Hello, one and all. We are here. We are ready for the Tournament of Power Santa
Hell
edition.
yeah.
I am joined by the one, the only, the great Pompalicious Gallant J.
Yeah, I bought Hika horse on an auction.
You bought me on an auction.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like fuck that episode of Sopranos.
Yeah. That works.
There was a horse. Yeah, Tony bought a horse named Pyomai.
Oh yeah. I think my brother was telling me about this. Or somebody was telling me about this at some point.
Yeah, but the Hika racehorse.
Yeah. Except for I just like stand there and not do anything. Do you like my my reactive image, by the way?
Yeah, you got lightning powers.
Yeah. It's definitely not a reference to a very very ill-fitted fighting person.
Which one?
Low tier god.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what this is supposed to be. I'm also like referencing a thing from Oni Plays where Zach's like, "You better be nice to me
You
right
better be
now."
nice. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, but you better be nice to me
You better
right
stop being mean to
now.
me right now.
That's what this emote was gonna be called. That's all I was thinking of while I was making it. Just like, please
I
be
saw
nice to
I saw
me.
I saw a clip the other day, yesterday, of LTG like just having like an introspective moment where he's like this woman said, "I don't think I can ever see you legitimately caring for another woman." And I was thinking, you know what? I think you're right. And then LTG rocks and said, "I guess it's time for men." And LTG reads the comment and goes, "Ooh, Rock said it's time for men. No, it's not, you gay motherfucker. It's not time for
Yeah,
men."
I think I've seen that one, and he's really
And then
just mad
and then
about
he's
it.
like, how about I just do gay shit to you?"
Yeah, he like just does the opposite. That like he's like, oh, I'm gonna be manly, but it's still
I'm
a
gonna
gay
fuck him in
thing.
the ass.
Yeah,
It's like Tyr, that's still gay.
it's like, bro, you
It's
you just
fine.
you missed the point. You missed it. I don't think you get what that would mean if you did that. That would also make you gay.
I just love when he goes, "It is not time for men."
Yeah, yeah. It's just anybody that's like trying to be super straight doing that stuff is so funny. It's like, "Nuh-uh, not today. I don't like men." Sweats even faster. I swear to God, I don't. But yes, we're doing a tournament of power here of all these Santas. I had this idea like I think in like April or something like that, and I was joking like, "Oh, what if we did like a tournament of power for like all these different Santas throughout like different medias and stuff like that?" And somebody suggested I just do it in July, but I was like, "Nah, like we got to do it during like the big Christmas time, okay? We got to make it a big deal here." And I might
Yeah.
I might make this like a thing I do every year, honestly, and add more characters or like switch them out and whatnot. We've
I think
we've
that'd
got
be rad.
Yeah, dude, I would love it. I would love to have like more people in here too. It would be a great time. Just discussing who's the strongest, um, who's the
Santa.
weakest, who's who's a jolly good man, who's the
Exactly.
best of them all. But yeah, freaking we have so many Santas here. We got 30. I was like, we have to have a good amount, and I was like 30, right? But 15 versus 15 doesn't fit on a bracket,
No.
so I
Nope.
found two more, and I was like, oh, Santa Christ, yeah, he'll work, but no, he's got to be the Grand Priest for this situation. He's got to be the
El
Watcher.
Santo Cristo.
Yes. He's watching over everybody. I was also gonna put, like, different variants of Santa from, like, different cultures in the crowd and have them sitting in there, so they're, like, the gods of destruction and, like, the Kais as well,
Oh,
but I was like, "I don't have enough time for that." A lot of this I made this whole bracket, today. Like, this everything today, right before we started talking and stuff, because I was like, throughout the week, I was just so tired. I was like, damn. And then yesterday was even worse when I got my blood drawn. It's like, nah, they sapped me. They sucked my energy out. They took the blood away. And that's where it goes into my brain.
Obviously, the Dutch version of Santa Claus was banned
Wait, what?
because the Dutch version is Zwart Pete, Black
Zwart?
Pete.
What?
Oh, just take a look it up. Don't post it because you'll get banned. Just look
Okay.
it up.
All right, I gotta see this.
I mean, the quickest way, just type in blackface Santa.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's
Bad.
a Dutch tradition for Christmas.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it.
This is terrible.
I know. He was in. You know what's really crazy? He was in the Dutch Sesame Street.
Paler's Burning says, "Oh, the good old racist Dutch."
Hi, Mario. Mario's my friend.
Hello, welcome on in.
I worked with a Dutch guy, racist as hell.
Damn,
That's what happens sometimes.
sorry to hear it. Got all these images. There's like a kid wearing it.
Yeah, yeah. It's just treated differently over there.
That's crazy. I can't imagine like you're black over there and then you see that.
People have been like, "Hey, guys, maybe
Let's
don't
not
do that.
that.
Don't do that anymore."
Maybe let's chill out for a minute here.
Yeah, maybe dial. Maybe just you can calm it down a little bit.
And I said, nah. It's
They're
tradition.
they're like, it's tradition. Look, we want. How about compromise? We won't do the lips.
God. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's like no, that doesn't make it better. The fact that you have to say that.
Exactly. It's like the people I work with at my fucking job where they're like, I'll say this really racist thing, but I'm not racist. I'm not.
Oh,
I swear.
don't worry. I say that kind of stuff all the time, off camera.
Jeez. Maybe a tasteful shade of gray instead. Yeah.
Yeah, tasteful shade of gray.
There you go. All right. We all right. I don't know which side to start on first. Probably
Probably the
we'll
left.
we'll go with the left first and then go to the right. Heidi. Hi
Hi,
Clover.
Lake. Hi,
How's it
Clover.
going? Hope you're doing well. We are just starting off right now. We are gonna start from the left side and then go to the right side. We're discussing who's gonna be the most powerful of all Shantays. Damn it, Jay. I don't have any water on me. I'm gonna have to go get it.
I don't know how you do. I don't know how horses do posture, but
Uh um start standing on hind legs.
oh, that's terrifying.
It's-
I've seen too many like creepy pastas about deers that just start standing on their hind legs.
I wanted to make like a little animated thing of Horse Karu with like he stands on his hind legs and starts doing like the one kick dance where it's like it's like the Rasputin dance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Where he does it. It's just like really weird and creepy because the arms would be crossed. And that's not like I don't think that's physically even possible for a horse to do. It's like cross them across the chest. That'd be the scariest thing to see. Just out in the middle of nowhere, you're taking a walk and you see a horse doing that.
Horse standing on. Yeah, no, that I would just run. I would go the other direction.
It ain't normal. That boy ain't right. Yeah. We can 100% say that Hika horse isn't right. He's not like all the others. He's
Oh,
very.
you're an Oni horse.
I am.
You've got horns under your delivery hat.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I should have equated that into the design, but then I was like,
Nah, they're just hidden.
they're just hidden right now. I had fun making that. Clover's actually the person who like gave me the idea for it too. They said something about the Oni Express or something about mail delivery
Yeah.
at some point, and I was like, you know what? Let's do it. let's make this happen. And then I said, let's also make it an official outfit and do it for the Christmas times.
Exactly.
You gotta take every chance. Take every shot that you don't take is one
That you missed.
that yes, Michael Scott said that, but he was also quoting somebody else. I don't know. I forgot already.
He definitely stole that quote from
He
somebody.
did. I forgot though. I know that he put his quote underneath another person's quote. It was really funny. But all right. Our first round that we have right now
It's vampire.
is Vampire Santa from the good old Billy and Mandy Christmas special
Yeah.
versus Santa Claus.
He does turn into normal
From
Santa though at the end, right?
he
Yeah.
does, but I like to think that maybe Mrs. Claus kept changing him to, or like let him have the vampire powers every now and then.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is like a No Way Home situation where it's like displaced from his timeline. He's got plucked out of it during this moment where he's in the
I
box or
have to
whatever.
go back to my timeline.
Right. And then we have Santa.
I hate garlic.
Fred Claus. Good old regular Santa.
Played by Paul Giamatti.
Yes. I was trying to think of his name, actually. I couldn't remember. AKA the Rhino from Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
his great role that he's known for.
Yeah.
That everybody
No,
was like,
there's listen. Paul Giamatti has been in a lot of stuff.
why wasn't he in No Way Home?
He probably didn't want to come
He
back.
probably said, nah, man, I think I'm good.
I'm good. I've had
I'm doing
my
holdovers. I'm
Let
doing
me
that
see.
Christmas
Hold.
movie.
Which one?
It's literally just called The Holdovers.
Oh god. And then he's in Downton Abbey 3.
Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of stuff. He was in a movie called John Dies at the End that I saw this year.
He was in Shoot 'Em Up, which is like one of my favorite movies.
Is that the crap? I can't remember who's in
That's
that.
the Clive Owen one.
Yes. I like that movie. It's a good one. Their whole relationship is just supposed to be like Elmer Fudd and
Yeah, it's just
Bugs
a
Bunny.
violent cartoon.
Yeah. That's a good movie. Not
It
many
is a good
people know
movie.
about it, but I remember seeing like a review or something, and I was like, I'm gonna watch that now.
Yeah, and it delivers.
It does. I gotta rewatch it again. I have a few movies that I'm just like, I need to rewatch this again. But then there's always new content, and I'm just like, do I watch it again or just look at the wiki and see what happened? All right, but between these two, I think we know who's winning, right?
It's probably Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
I'm not sure what feats did Fred Claus
he
Santa
didn't
do.
do much. He even had, some handicaps. They do explain in the movie he is having some trouble getting the sled off the ground, if you know what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah. And I
I can't perform anymore.
exactly. He can't do his job. He's having a hard time, and Kevin Spacey's on his ass. And I don't think anybody wants that either.
No, not anymore.
That's a terrible time. It's a terrible time.
Fortunately, Paul's a little too old for Kevin Spacey now.
Oh yeah. That was like, it's weird because like he's like a fan of Superman in that movie, and then like around the other, like I think around that time he was in the Superman Returns movie as
He was
Luthor.
Fred Claus was 2007. Superman Returns. 2000. I can't believe Fred Claus was 2007. I thought it was much
Right?
later.
Oh, I thought it was much earlier. That was like a 2005 movie.
Yeah, Superman Returns was 2006.
Yeah, just a year earlier. I was like, I remember those movies being like near each other. I also remember seeing Fred Claus for like a school thing. Have you I remember seeing Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, and that movie like had a very like there's a scene between like Jack and like this girl that he's in love with, and it gets like really almost raunchy for a moment. I remember seeing that in the theater as a kid and be like, "Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa!" They took us to go see this. Thank you, thank you. Me just thanking everybody.
We got to watch Beowulf,
Yo,
the CGI one.
oh, so you got to see Angelina Jolie. Oh, you got a luckier deal.
Yeah. Well, we also got to watch the Playboy version of Romeo and Juliet, which
The
you have to.
what?
I need to emphasize this. It is not a porn parody. It was literally just produced and funded by Playboy
I've never heard about this.
of Macbeth of Macbeth.
That's so weird.
It's very weird, and it's like one of the more popular iterations of Macbeth.
That's crazy. I've
Yeah.
never heard about that.
You've Listen, if you've watched Macbeth, there's a 90% chance you watched the Playboy produced version.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
The 1971 film produced by wow. Okay. so it gets worse. It's directed by Roman Polanski.
Oh no.
Roman Polanski is not allowed in the country, and I can't say why.
Probably best we don't say that on Twitch.
Absolutely not. So yeah, no. Vampire Gilbert Gottfried Santa is the
Oh
winner.
yeah, he's gobbling him up. He's going ham on him. Especially, I mean, he's kind of bigger as well in that movie. So he's like a feast for Gilbert Godfrey Santa.
Yeah.
All
Why
right.
did he direct it? Well, it was 1971, which was 6 years before the incident. 6 years before the incident, 2 years after Sharon Tate was murdered by the Manson family. Roman Polanski leads a very unfortunate life. And a lot of it's self-inflicted.
I gotta make this picture bigger.
Yeah, Sandy
All right.
Claus and Santa.
Yes. We have two pretty big ones here. I'd say that Jack's pretty powerful. We got Santa Claus Jack, and then we got Narnia, Father Christmas over here.
I didn't even realize Narnia had a Father Christmas, but
Yeah,
it makes sense.
yeah. He shows up for like one moment, and then it's like kind of like he never shows up again. I'm like, why? Santa was
We don't
awesome.
know
He should have been more involved.
is he as strong as Aslan?
He gives them their fucking weapons, so I'm assuming he like,
He
yeah, he
gives a
gives
kid
a
a sword. Oh,
sword.
that kid.
Yeah, he's responsible. He
Listen,
says, "Child, here you
I
go,
assume
sword."
Jack would probably do the same thing, though.
That's 100% true. I remember he gave a kid a shrunken head. That shit terrified me when I was a child. I remember seeing the shrunken head and be like, "Oh my god."
I think they would both give weapons to kids.
That's true. But who's more powerful? A mi-
That's a good question.
uh, I gotta ask that question in my head. Like, how powerful is Father Christmas in the Narnia world? Like, because he's making these. I assume he's the one making the weapons.
Old man can't fight his own battles. Maybe, but
Oh,
I
that's
assume
true.
it's like Aslan, where he can probably come back to life.
That's
But
true.
Jack's already.
Also,
But Jack's
like, winter was not around during that time, so maybe he could only come around during winter times.
yeah.
Maybe
Jack
it
is the
was.
opposite.
That is true.
Jack is invading winter.
Yeah, he's like, all right, well, I'm a do this my own way. I was interested in this, so I'm gonna like kidnap Santa Claus, and then I'm gonna become him.
Does he have
So
his does he have the PS2 slime whip
I was
thing?
gonna say we can
Does he have his
we can
Devil May Cry weapon?
account for that. Yeah. So maybe because of that, he'd just win. Does Pumpkin Jack actually even count as Santa, who is just literally just a temp employee? He took on the job. He took on the job for like a short bit, so he still counts as a Santa. He's giving gifts to kids. Like, those gifts might not be the most ideal things that you would give a child, but he's still doing the job. Just because your name's not Santa doesn't mean you can't be Santa. Am I right?
True.
Also, welcome in, 3. I hope you're doing well.
Hi, 3.
He'd fight Jack by giving the Halloween Town kids hammers. Oh god, that's
Oh
true.
no! Maces, things that would break a skeleton.
Where's crackhead mall Santa? He's gonna take the. There are some crackhead mall
There are,
Santas in here.
yeah, there's a few crackhead mall Santas.
Yeah, there's like, I'd say there's probably 3 in here.
At least 3.
At least 3. I found some really good ones, some really evil Santas. I'm working, but I'm on break. That's good to hear. I'm glad. I'm glad you're giving yourself some breaks. I know that you're working your booty cheeks off, and sometimes you just need to look at your booty cheeks and say, I don't need to have you ripped off right now. Okay? I need to firmly put you on a seat right here, give you some kisses, feed you some chocolate milk. Just give it a good self-care. So
That's
we're
true.
okay.
So I guess Jack would win because
because
here's the way I see it. Jack could probably get in there and trounce the White Witch.
I would think that he'd play dirty a little bit too. Like he'd just be like, I'm not a goody two shoes like you.
I can just get the White Witch to make winter eternal so that you can't come back.
That's true. Well, no, that would mean that he would be like there.
Well,
he would probably just be like, no, winter ever.
Oh, yeah, I guess that works. Yeah,
Like,
I guess
you,
Jack would have more resources.
Yeah, he would like make fake snow so that way he could come in and be like, see, I'm the new Santa now.
Yeah.
All right, so Jack's winning this round. I gotta make a copy of this. Where are you at? There we go. Oh, it looks like the toppers here are winning.
Yeah.
It's no bottoms winning. Sorry, guys. If you're a bottom in chat, you're not winning today.
For now.
Me, who's a switch, I'm winning either way. I mean, Jack is basically a demigod because he will just straight up respawn in his casket the first night. That's true. Top you tend to make these decisions after all. Right, that's why they're called top dogs. They're the top dogs.
That's true.
Who we got next? Oh, okay. We got some good ones here. We got some good ones. That's true. Power bottoms. They generate the power from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's what I'm always talking about. That's what I'm always telling people. I'm like, bottoms can have some energy too. They can really stick it out.
Sometimes. Plug my Discord kitten into a wall outlet. Call that bitch a power bot.
What the fuck? Why can I not find the Grinch in here?
Just get Jim Carrey making that face.
That's true.
I must stop Christmas from coming.
But how? Rubs his chin very, very hard. Oh, there it is. I even freaking labeled it. I don't know how I didn't see it.
And they're like, oh, that's your real face. That wasn't makeup.
Yeah, I love that. I love that interview. So good. I love the one where it's the edit where when he makes that face, it's just a really wet fart sound. It's so good.
Oh, he was great in Sonic, by the way.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
I still gotta go. I still need to see the second one and then the new one, and then I
Yeah,
also
they're
need to watch the Knuckles series.
they're all good. Somehow they've managed to make three. I don't know how they've done it after years of just bad video game movies. Somehow.
They just know the formula,
And
aka
it's
just make a good movie.
yeah, it's not accurate to the games, but like it still works. There's the Grinch.
There he is, and we got Toy Santa. I'm visually impaired and can't read the brackets. Is DC Comics Santa on here? He is,
Yes.
and he is facing Marvel Santa in the first round. It's crazy. I've got really good like I'm bragging about myself here, but I think I did a really good job about doing the verses for this. So we got the Grinch versus Toy Santa here. I like to think that Toy Santa is kind of like an android from DBZ, where he has like no stamina. He's just like unlimited stamina and could fight him. But then you got the Grinch who could lift like tons because his
Yeah,
heart
but
grew like.
only when his heart has grown.
That's true. Well, do you think that's like a permanent change there? Like, do you think that that was always how it's gonna be now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's a changed man or not.
Right? Because we don't really get to see him like, or any stories at least that take place afterwards. The only one I know is like there's a crossover story between him and the Cat in the Hat, but that's like when he's bad. So we don't get to really see the Grinch being a nice guy anytime else. I would think though, since he's changed, like he's got that strength still because he's willing to fight for those he loves.
That's true.
So then you got like evil toy Santa here. And I think he has like an army of other toy things, right? In the movie. He like replaces them and he's got a weapon. Uh I think right there. No, that's an air horn. Do you think the Grinch could manipulate Toy Santa because of how rigid Toy Santa is about the naughty and nice rule? He's not scared to be unhit. That's true. I don't think that the Grinch like threw away his tactics of being like sneaky and stuff like that. Cause even at the end, he's kind of like, oh, like I could still be like kind of funny, like silly, ha ha ha. But like, you know what I mean? Like he's not like completely throwing out his underhanded things when he wants
Is
to.
the Grinch's dog still in play?
Oh, Max, yeah, Max can be like a support item, like because in the Tournament of Power, they're like, oh, you can bring like these certain things with you, like because
Oh,
Roshi's
they
fucking
they
throwing
bend
the.
the rules. They bend the rules depending on if the Zenos think it's cool or not.
Yeah, because like Roshi was throwing around the bottles for the Mapu Ba to seal away
Yeah,
people, so I can't see why they wouldn't be throwing like these different weapons and stuff for them to use. Like, oh, this is my classic weapon. I have to have it so I can fight, so it can be equal. Was
that's
seeing a
true.
false Santa send the Grinch back into his cynical ways or give him the rage needed to kill. That's true. Maybe he would get pissed off. He's like, "You're not the real Santa. Like I embodied the real Santa. I was more Santa than you." And then he would just completely like tear him in half. It's like a freaking like a Mortal Kombat finish. He would just like put his hands inside of his chest and then rip him in half. I
The
feel
Grinch
like if
absolutely dominates him in width, but Toy Santa would just bane and snap him like a toothpick.
man, I don't know. I don't know how strong this because I can't remember how strong this toy Santa is compared to real Santa. But he is. I remember him being like very rigid. Like I think he could still drink stuff too, so it's like he's not weak to foods or anything.
Toy Santa's a tyrant.
He is. He's terrible. I
Like,
mean, look
dude,
at that fit.
oh, that costume he's wearing is Dictator Santa. It's
Yeah, I was gonna
fucking.
say he's wearing terrible garb.
It's a crazy outfit.
Maybe the American The American in the Grinch would see that outfit and say, no, not in my USA. Not in my USA. We take him down. It's like, nah. What if
Also,
Grinch wore the
the
original
Grinch,
Santa outfit and gained the power dictated by the Santa Claus? He would be so.
that would
Oh,
be
that's true. Huh.
the Grinch would somehow get the Santa Claus from Toy Santa, and that's how he would win.
That's true. He would sneak in. He would get the actual Santa Claus and become him, and then have the powers.
Because like he tells,
I'm glad I read the rest of that from your friend.
which one has a harder grip for choking?
I read which one has a harder grip, and I was like, hey, yo.
Yeah, she does that.
And then for choking. That's true. I think Grinch probably has it for the kink stuff and combat, maybe. It's for both. I mean, you saw the lady he was going to be with at the end of the movie. They probably have sex
Banged.
fighting. Yeah. All right. I will see you later then, 3. Yeah, sweat from breath. I actually have an emote that's exactly that, where it's just like, it's just horse car, and he's like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. So
I guess the Grinch.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think the Grinch, because like the sheer like weight of the presents or whatever, like that sled is huge.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not just like stealing the presents either. He's like stealing the trees.
Everything.
Yeah. So he like basically lifts a town's worth of shit. I don't think
Yeah.
this robot could do that, really.
Probably not.
So I think it's
He'd demand the elves try to do it.
That's true. He would do, or his robots that he has.
Yeah.
Because I think he makes like big soldier robots in that.
He does.
So 100% Grinch. Grinch would like those robots would come up and he would like punch them in the knees and they'd like fall to pieces immediately. That would be freaking cool to see.
It'd be rad. Yeah, I guess
All
we'll
right.
give it to Grinch.
All right, Mr. Grinch, you've won this one. All right. The tops are still winning. Sorry, bottoms. Maybe this next one.
Yeah.
Maybe this next one.
But this Mrs. Claus is like every Mrs. Claus
That's
rolled into one.
That's true. So I probably should have balanced that and thinking of that, but you know, we're having fun here.
Who's Dorpo again?
Dorpo is a Martian Santa. He's basically just a substitute. Like he was getting taught by actual Santa in Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. He originally kidnapped Santa, but then he was like, "Oh, you're cool. Like I want to be like you." And he started dressing as him. So there's Dorpo, and there's Mrs. Claus. And don't ask why I chose this picture, okay? Just be grateful that I did.
I think we know.
Just be grateful that I did, okay? I did it for chat. I did it for my punklings. Okay? Because I know they would like it. Because I like it. We're the same mind. We're all one.
True.
But for Mrs. Claus, we're accounting for the fact that this Mrs. Claus represents every version. Because it's the only Mrs. Claus on this list. And in the Billy and Mandy special, Mrs. Claus is a vampire. And not just the vampire. She's the head vampire. And in DC Comics right now, she's a Blue Lantern as well. So that's pretty overpowered. Dorpo over here, unfortunately, he doesn't have many powers that I know of. He kind of just is able to kidnap Santa and overpower him a little bit. I think maybe he has some super strength.
But what is laser blaster?
I don't. Probably not. She has like a force field if she has the Blue Lantern stuff.
Oh no.
And then also
She
like
she might win this.
yeah, I was gonna say I think we made her a little overpowered here. Maybe. Maybe. That's depending if a Blue Lantern ring can go up against some of these characters here. Some of them have
Well,
magic, so
I'm pretty listen, I'm pretty sure DC Santa could beat her.
oh yeah, of course. I mean, he's the guy who trained Batman, or like he helped
Mhm.
train Batman in some
Yeah.
sense. So yeah, but we'll definitely see when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, Dorpo's getting slammed here. He just gets turned into like
He gets
he
seduced.
t- he gets turned into like paste basically. Mrs. Claus takes
Unless
him.
Martian blood is poisonous to vampires.
Uh, well, I mean, we don't know any of that unless it's in DC lore, I guess, in DC Comics lore. But I don't think that's I don't think any of that's happened. There's
I
a
don't think
DC
so.
vampire thing going on like right now, or like it was going on recently. I don't know if they did anything with John, but Mrs. Sweep pretty
And
much
Mrs.
right
Sweep.
now. She's freaking kicking Dorpo's ass. All right, sorry Dorpo, you are now paste. So goodbye Dorpo forever, never to be seen again. More tops winning. Sure.
Probably this one too.
For this next one, yeah. I might have actually just made every person on the left side win by accident. All right.
Powers and abilities of this one. Longevity, the ability to fit himself and others through any chimney, levitate up a chimney. He commands a sleigh pulled by a number of magic flying reindeer. Santa served a number of magical elves who construct toys he gave out, some of the differing origins. The elves are descended from the light elves of Asgard's Alfheim.
Oh,
So I don't know what sort of
sweet.
feats Marvel Santa does, but
He's also like potentially a mutant.
yeah. However, I can tell you the feat that DC's Marvel did, where every year he goes and gives Darkseid a lump of coal directly. Like he goes to him directly. He goes to
Yeah,
Darkseid's planet,
and
and
Darkseid's like
every year Darkseid
basically full
tries to
evil.
kill him. Darkseid does everything he can to try and kill him, and Santa gets through every single trap
Well,
that
also
Darkseid throws at
this
him.
the Marvel Santa, like he's corrupted. We can see here from this story, he was corrupted by the Infinity Gauntlet. I don't think a truly good, powerful Santa would be corrupted by that. I think he would
That's
wear it and
true.
just be like, "Huh, what is this?"
Oh, I can snap my fingers and give all the little girls and boys toys.
Exactly. He would just be like, "Huh, what? I guess this doesn't have any effect on." Like the Marvel characters would be like, why isn't it affecting you?" And it would be because like Santa's just so pure.
Like,
But
oh,
I
well,
think
you
the
know,
joke for the Marvel one is like Marvel characters are basically so aggressive all the time. They always fight with each other. There's even a
yeah,
joke about that in like Avengers Justice League, I think, where they're like, why is everybody so mad at each other here? Like in the DC universe, it's like more calm.
yeah. They're usually more friendly to each other
Yeah.
in
So
DC.
I think DC Santa, like even because, he trained Batman, he like got through the
Superman loves Santa.
yes. He got through the apocalyptian
Every year he gets through the
attacks.
apocalypse. He goes through an obstacle course that Darkseid sets up trying to kill Santa Claus, just so Santa can we're like, oh hey, oh, what do you know, Darkseid? Another lump of coal. Here you go.
Yeah. I don't know if I don't know if Marvel's Santa has fought a Krampus yet, but I know that DC's has.
Mm,
He's beaten Krampus. So I think we're one sided here, saying that DC Santa's gonna win this for sure.
probably.
He would. It's the meme where it's like, oh, like give Batman prep time, give Santa some prep time. He'll beat this Santa.
He doesn't. I don't think Santa needs prep time. Like he doesn't. He was just tanking. Like whenever we see him get through the apocalypse death traps, like his shoulders are smoking and he's
True,
fine.
true. But do you think because like he is planning like a whole year to deliver to people, maybe he's like doing
Well,
like a
he doesn't know what Darkseid's gonna have for him.
but he sees him when he's sleeping and he knows when he's awake.
Darkseid doesn't sleep.
uh, maybe he
Darkseid
does.
is many things, but he does not sleep.
He's not eepy. He's not
Darkseid is
eepy.
not Darkseid is not EP.
That's so good. That's a good one there.
I can't do Michael Ironside.
It's close.
I love
Was it
Michael
Michael
Ironside.
Ironside who's voicing him?
In the DC cartoon, yeah.
I didn't
Michael
know that.
Ironside.
Interesting. I thought it was Ron Perlman, I guess. Ron Perlman does
No,
like a lot of voices.
Ron Perlman was Clayface and Slade.
Gotcha. Who is there's somebody that sounded just like him in a DC cartoon, and somebody got it mixed up, and they're like, "What? That's not Ron Perlman." I was like, "That is kind of weird that it's not Ron
I mean,
Perlman."
Ron Perlman and Michael Ironside, I guess they can have the similar voices, but yeah,
Oh, this
no,
next
it's
one should be good.
Kanish Kringle and Clay
Kanish,
Santa.
Kanish Kringle, good old Kanish Kringle. Freaking love that man. Well, that's questionable if he's a man. He's a being,
What
pure power.
I don't think I saw Clay Santa when I was looking through the
If
pictures.
you know anything about the Rankin Bass
Oh,
specials,
that guy. Okay.
Kanish wins automatic. Yeah, Kanish is pretty great.
Kanish is pretty great, but Clay Santa, man.
There we are.
What is Kanish Kringle's power?
Kanish Kringle can eat a whole entire gingerbread house, and he goes from place to place and eats every freaking like it's imagine a gingerbread house
Yeah.
the size of an actual house. This man does that in one gulp. I don't think that Clay Santa could do that.
Well, Clay Santa's got a few tricks up his sleeve.
He does, but could he gulp a whole entire gingerbread house?
I'm sure with maybe not this version that we're seeing,
Yeah, maybe not.
but maybe
The-
like in the later Rankin and Bass timeline.
Yeah, maybe. But I don't know. This Kanish Kringle, he fought a fake Kanish Kringle. Oh, that's true. He could make a fake gingerbread house and trick Kanish Kringle. Oh my god. I don't know if Rankin Bass Santa is that savage that he would do that. I think he'd be like, I'm not gonna kill him. I'm gonna at least like trap him.
Yeah, I think he could give. I think he could give Kanish Kringle like a stern talking to and talk him down and see the error of his ways.
True. But also like Kanish Kringle just throws up whatever gift that he's giving somebody. So he'd like throw up any type of weapon, I feel like. Like anything he needs, he'd just be like, "Ugh," and just shoot it out.
Does Rankin and Bass Santa have any magic after a while?
That's a good question. I think he's got like magic in his nose. I think that's what I can remember from the claymation like specials. Is like something about magic in their noses or something like that.
Well,
Where he
that's
like
no
picks his
that
nose.
might be Rudolph.
No, no, I'm thinking of like the origin story. I think he like flicks his nose or something like that. Like there's like a magic spell or something he uses like that. Or maybe I'm just thinking of something else in general. With somebody using magic from their nose. It's definitely not Rudolph. Because there's no magic in that nose. It's just a light up nose. It's a laser pointer.
How long's Kanish Kringle been in the game?
Probably as long as Santa. He's literally just a variant version of Santa.
Bioluminescence?
Yes.
Because that Santa, because Rankin and Bass Santa is, I don't know how many years old.
Yeah, they don't really give you a good idea. Oh, Jet,
Hi,
hello, my
Jet.
brother, my pomp brother. How are you? How was your stream? How was Moonlighter? I hope it was well. Welcome on in. I'm here with Jay. We are talking about who's the most powerful Santa in the Santa multiverse. If you need to go take a break, please do. Hi, Wesley. How's it going? Another Pomp Bro. We just have all the Pomp Bros here.
Hell
We
yeah.
just need Death. Where's Death? We need him.
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
He's probably EP right now. It's like no wait, no, it's like 9 for him. 9 a.m. because he's in the Philippines. So where are you? Where are you, boy? Exactly. We're the Pompa dudes.
Are you, buddy?
We're the Pompcast.
The
Yeah.
Pompcast. That would be.
I'm planning to do something like
You're
that.
planning on doing the Pompcast?
Yes,
Oh,
I want to do that so bad. I want to have Pompadour themed people on for the Pompcast, and
there's a lot of us.
we'll outdo the Hawktua cast or whatever that she has,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, you know what? Take this,
Take
Pomp
this
pals,
Pomp Tua.
Pomp, Pomp do it. Doing good. Moonlighter was fun trying to fight the final. Oh, really? Damn. Nice. Are you gonna is the second game out? Are you gonna like go right into the second game once you're done? Because I know you were talking about how the sequel is either coming out or is out. I know that. I know that, brother.
Oh yeah,
Brother. Just kidding.
brother.
Brother. It's Randy Savage, right? Or is it Hulk Hogan? Or did they both do that? Did they both do brother?
Yeah. Randy was more like brother.
Brother.
Yeah, brother. But Hogan, no. Hogan does brother, dude, Jack.
And then he squashes a mouse on the Weird Al show. No, it's a hamster.
No, that was Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Where he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna
Randy Savage.
gonna get you, little guy.
And then he gets his ass beat.
And he fucking alpha drops the hamster.
I love that. There's such good sports about that shit. Where
Well,
he's just like,
Randy
oh,
is.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna act like I got beat up by it. I was like, thanks.
Yeah, Randy was a great guy. Hogan
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about recently.
Yeah.
I'm talking about years.
I've heard he's not been great. The Gawker media.
Well, that was Gawker's fault.
That's
Gawker had that coming, but
Gawker.
Hogan's still a piece of shit for agreeing to sleep with Bubba's wife, and then Bubba's a piece of shit for recording it.
The DLC, then the second one, but 2 isn't until sometime in 2025. Oh, okay. So you got some DLC going on. Let's go. I'm excited for you. I'm gonna have to check out the VOD when I can, because I am interested in Moonlighter. I've seen it like because I think it's free to play on Xbox Game Pass. I've just been like looking at it, been like, should I download this? Should I do it, brother? So I should just watch Jet playing it and be like,
Yeah, see if you like it.
my brother's liking it. I should like it too. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. I hope you're here to stay. If you're not,
No worries.
I hope you get some good rest. We appreciate you sharing your community with us, and we're here for the good times. We're here for talking about the good old Santa v Santas.
Santa v Santa. Yep. You should get it. Oh.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, of course. Who's not biased about some of their favorite games? I'm always like,
Yeah.
people should play web fishing. I got my friend Geek web fishing because it's just like, you should
I
just
would
play it.
I would I would I would buy web fishing and then I would just grind until I could get uh
The straight shirt.
the straight shirt. Yeah, yeah.
I got the Mills one. There's like a bunch of shirts that I just want. Like my guy used to look very basic, but now he's just like got the flannel shirt and everything. And I gave him a little cigarette. I'm like, I don't even smoke, but this looks cool.
The
Just like,
flannel shirt.
yeah, the
What
flannel
color
shirt's
flannel
awesome.
shirt?
It's yellow, but I got the yellow and purple theme going on. So I'm keeping it to my favorite colors. The good old the Hika.
The heat colors.
Yes. This is the best thing about my name is I could just like literally mix it with almost anything.
Yeah.
When you were when you were calling it the Hika chord, I was like, son of a bitch, this guy he's beating me at the name games now. Because I have a card too, so I'm just like, it's the Hikar. The Hikaru.
the heat or the Hikamobile or the Hikar.
Hikamobile. Yeah. I can't remember what else I've named. I would probably, if I was a superhero, I'd have the Heat Cave, something like that. The Pomp Palace,
The he cave roo.
the key. Oh my god! See, it's like it's even great. Like if you stretch it too, just
Mm.
like get the whole name in there
If you just
somehow.
if you just force it in there, it'll work.
Exactly. And people would be like, "That's genius." I'm like, I know. Thank you. And I take a little bow, and then I fart, and then I embarrass myself. But anyway, who's winning this round? Who do we got winning this round? I think
I
we
feel
said
like
Rankin Bass,
Rankin and
right?
Bass would somehow find a way.
Yeah, probably. He probably would. He's a good old classic
Years
hero.
of he's got way more experience than Kanish Kringle.
From what we know. Because the Chowder universe is pretty new. It's pretty
Yeah,
new.
it's fresh,
Yeah.
kind of.
Even though the show's been probably canceled for 10 years now. It's unfortunate. All the shows
Speaking of,
that CH Greenblatt works on kind of go like to the wayside. He's working on a Jellystone right now, and Jellystone, like from what I've seen, it's like great.
oh yeah, I've heard good things about it.
Kanish is strong but not clever. That's true. He's very kind of like simple-minded. He's like caveman.
Yeah, but meanwhile,
This
Clay Santa is full of being like he's just years of knowledge allows him to outmaneuver his greatest foes.
yeah. All right. Well, that would mean we have our first
Bottom.
bottom winning. Oh my god. Our first bottom is winning.
Oh, you know what he could do? He could just have the guy. He could just have the guy that goes, "You better watch out! You better watch out!" Just play that on
Oh
loop
no.
until Kanish Kringle loses it.
I knew it was a bottom from that picture. Oh god. Yeah.
Listen, he gets
he gets more manly throughout the
yeah.
special.
Chris
And
Kringle
fatter.
was a twink in his younger days.
He was rocking it. Said, you know what? I may be a twink, but I'm still Santa.
Regular Santa is next.
Yes, the regular show Santa.
Oh God. Oh geez. Against Santa Devil. Oof.
Yeah. No. It's not what you think it is. It's just Santa Claus versus the devil.
Oh, the devil as Santa Claus?
No. There was a Mexican movie about Santa fighting the devil.
Oh.
Yes. But he actually is quite strong, I will say, because he has fucking Merlin in his back pocket. Like, Merlin just comes out of nowhere.
King Arthur Merlin.
Yes. King Arthur Merlin. is just working with him. And I was like, wait, what? When I was reading the synopsis for it, I was like, what? Wait a minute. Why is Merlin involved here?
Santa Claus versus the Devil,
Yes.
and this is a Spanish film.
Yes. It got like it got a dub, I think. It was like a poor dub, but it was in Mystery Science Theater 3000 and they started like making fun of it. Oh, I forgot to say that the Santa Claus versus the or conquers the Martians. Apparently, that's like the first time that Mrs. Claus was ever portrayed on screen,
Oh,
like
that's
ever.
crazy.
Yeah, I was reading that. I was like, wait, what? In this like weird comedy movie? That's odd. But good for her. She finally got in there. For regular Santa, she
He's
defeated her creator. She did.
regular show Santa's pretty strong, isn't he?
Yeah, he has been shot and he's come back. From what I
Oh,
remember.
he's Ed Asner too.
Oh shit, yeah, he is.
I love Ed
That's
Asner.
right. Ed Asner's been Santa more than once.
He
Like,
has been Santa multiple times.
yeah, for like voice and for like live action. I think he was. There's another movie he's Santa in, but it's like less known. I think.
8 times Ed Asner played Santa Claus.
Oh, 8! Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Damn, that man just liked being Santa Claus. Though he's
I
not.
loved being Santa
I
Claus.
like being him, but I hate children. No kidding. He's just his
Oh god, he
character.
was Santa Claus in the Ellen DeGeneres show.
And
Oh, he
enter
was
the
he was
list. He
he
is
was
in the
Santa
list.
Claus in Elf.
Yeah, he's on this list. That's why I called him Ed Santa.
Oh,
I just called them by their name in it instead of
they're
Elf
both.
Santa.
I mean, that's kind of cheating to have 2 Ed Asner Santas, right?
Well, he's not him here. This is
I mean,
regular show Santa.
but again, regular show Santa's pretty strong.
True, but does he have Merlin in his back pocket? With the things that Merlin gives this Santa, it's like a flower that can make him like teleport, and then dust that I think he can go into people's. No, he has a machine that allows him to see into people's dreams. I think that's what I was reading. Let me check real quick. So I was looking at this the other night. Santa versus the Devil.com. Trying to remember. Okay. He gives him sleep-inducing power and a flower that allows him to disappear. And a key that will open any door on Earth. And apparently he has mechanical reindeer.
Santa versus the Devil has mechanical reindeer?
Yes, apparently so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So he's the sleeping powder, so you could just throw it in Ed Asner Santa's face. But let me check what regular show Santa has.
He's got regular show Santa is still very impressive.
He's pretty cool. I like his look. He's very much like leaning towards the sexy, like buff Santa that we're knowing today. Where's his powers? There's a freaking personality traits. Devil slaying Santa seems to be winning the arms race. Right now he is. We gotta look at what powers and abilities. Rodolphus, he has his Christmas reindeer who attack with his laser, and then he has an invisibility cloak he uses.
Okay, yeah, I feel like Spanish Santa might have the edge here.
Yeah, because like once he starts getting hit by like invisible Santa or whatever, he could just use the flower and disappear, and then he could use the sleeping powder to like uh he could be like smart and be like, oh, I'm not even gonna use it to make you sleep. I'm just gonna like see where you're at. Like he throws it on the
Yeah.
ground and then he can see the footsteps and then he like blows into the sleep powder and makes that
He
other
goes. He
Santa.
goes.
Yeah, it makes that Santa go to sleep and then he stabs him while he's invisible too. So then it's
He
like,
does.
damn.
How does Santa kill the devil?
Um, I let me look here. He's not even really actually facing the devil. He's facing a demon called Pitch in the movie.
Oh, I mean, it's Lucifer. Oh, sent to Earth by Lucifer to ruin Christmas by killing Santa and making all the children in Earth do evil.
Oh, the demon is killed by Merlin with being doused with water from a fire hose.
Oh God, I don't know. Is the evil elf in regular show use dark magic as a key component in testing a box? People turned evil. They both have like
Powerful
they
like enemies, right?
yeah, they both have like weird. Well, they're not. I don't know about powerful because like the devil, the Quilgan die, not Quilgan. Pitch dies from like a fire
Yeah, and
hose.
then like the other
But they both
guys
have
die
like
from like Mordecai and Rigby, right? Or something.
he gets thrown into a lava pit.
Yeah.
They're both uh that both of them have like evil like influence powers. They turn people evil.
Yeah. They need to find the others. Okay. So, here's my thinking. The Santa Claus versus the Devil Santa would make a batch of cookies with the sleeping powder in it, and he would give it to regular show Santa.
He's like, "Oh, thank you. Here,
I
senor.
don't want to
Have
fight you.
have have some of my cookies." And he'd be like, "Oh, thank you. I can't. Ed Asner's really hard to do. I've heard
Yeah.
him so much. Pigs are smarter than bears, but they can't ride motorcycles."
What's that a quote from?
That's from Freakazoid when he plays Cosgrove.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Hey, Freakazoid, you want to go see a bear riding a motorcycle? Do I?
Nice.
Let's go."
I need to watch more Freakazoid.
And then Cosgrove, for whatever reason, like they're watching the bear ride on a motorcycle, and like it's doing a good job. And Freakazoid's like, "That bear's really good." And then for whatever reason, Cosgrove just goes, "Pigs are smarter than bears, but they can't ride motorcycles."
Okay.
Just dropping that knowledge on us.
Interesting. I definitely think it's gonna be Devil Santa then. Because
Okay, yeah, probably.
he would be like, I fought an actual demon. You
Mhm.
might be an evil demon trying to fight me. Like, I don't know. He probably would be prepped before time, being like, oh, this is another Santa, but you have to kill him. He's just like, you gotta just be harsh with
Do
the
they have to
opponent.
kill him or just throw him out of the arena?
No, they gotta kill each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're going harsh this time.
Oh, Ed
Oh,
Asner was also Jameson in the '90s Spider-Man cartoon.
oh yeah, he was. Oh my god, yeah. That's like the Jonah voice I hear. Because like that 90s Spider-Man was just that it's so good. I love
I
looking at
get
it.
that, Spider-Man.
Get him. Get him, spread
I,
eagle.
that's why I
His
made
toes
the
spread.
Scorpion.
And the spider killers, and I funded those. Funny enough, he did. Back in the wee olden days. He even had his own spider slayer with his freaking face on it. That was like crazy. Oh my god. If you have you read Spider-Man Life Story?
I don't think so.
You should. It's so good. Read like the collected version of it too, because there is a special like issue that came out way after the story was done that centers around Jonah, and it's fucking fantastic. Chip Zdarsky must just really like Jonah because in that story he gives him like some character agency And then in his own run, he was the one to reveal like Peter being Spider-Man to Jonah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, what the heck in this side series? Also in that side series, he reveals that Peter has a sister.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's great though. Chip is just like, Spider-Man's my favorite character. I'm gonna write for him, and I'm gonna be amazing.
Who's currently writing for him?
Um, uh,
I hope.
fucking, I don't. Zeb Wells, I think, but
Oh yeah,
not
well, fuck
really.
that guy.
No, well, he's not actually probably writing it. It's the editors probably being like, do this
No,
with
we can't
Spider-Man.
have Spider-Man getting married.
We can't have Spider-Man doing anything that will progress his character, make him go through 20 different terrible things, make
We're gonna
him
we're gonna
be
cuck.
the Sorcerer Supreme. I think that's what's going on right now.
They're turning him into why?
I don't know. It looks
Did,
terrible.
did they not see how well Ultimate Spider-Man's doing?
They probably choose to ignore it.
They,
That
dude.
and Sony, because
Did you see?
this is
Oh my
literally why
god.
they do it, dude. Why they do it is because they don't want Sony to have any money. They're like, we're not gonna do anything progressive with like the story of Peter Parker, because then Sony can adapt that story and make big moolah money off of it when they make a movie of it. That's literally why.
I
They're
just
just like
remember,
spiteful.
did you hear about, like, I think it was New York Comic-Con? Every single person
Oh yeah,
at, like, the
asked him.
Spider-Man panel was just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
I feel bad for him because he can't
I
actually
don't.
give answer. Well, I mean, like I said, it's probably not actually him. It's like editorial being like,
It's
you
like
have to
It's
write
Joe
this.
Quesada.
Yep. Well, I think he's gone, isn't he? Is
Is
he,
Joe
or is he
Quesada
still
gone?
or is he still working for Marvel?
Joe Quesada.
Say, if he's still working for Marvel, I'd be surprised. I thought he left.
Uh, he left the company in 2022. Who is it
Thought so.
then
Probably just other people that were there.
that also can't handle married Spider-Man?
Yeah, which is dumb because like progressing a character story, like even Batman and Superman have kids right now. Like, of course, there's been stupid decisions with them,
Yeah,
like but at the same
aging not
time,
up.
it's like there's actual progression of these characters, like aging and doing things. Like even in the current run for Batman, like they're doing something about Batman aging, where he's like getting old, and they're like, well, we have this de-aging formula, and I'm like, that's stupid, but at the same time, I get it. Like,
I mean, it's what they have the Lazarus Pit.
Superman got married, but Batman didn't. Unfortunately,
Yeah, he did.
no.
He's married. What was the marriage to Catwoman fake?
Did you not know about that, Jay? Jay, did you not know about that?
Holy shit!
Yeah, they completely just were like, "Oh no, we can't get married." Like, there's a
I thought they
stupid
did
thing.
end up getting married.
No, dude, they did a stupid thing where Holly or whatever her name is, like Catwoman's friend, is like, but is he really gonna be like around you and stuff? Is he gonna be like asks a very stupid question, and then she decides not to come, and then he doesn't decide to go to the wedding either, and it's so dumb. And
I
then
mean, that sounds about right.
that's where they reveal that like Bane is behind it all or whatever, and then like you see like the big stretch of characters that have been like involved throughout the whole run, and then you see like Flashpoint Batman there, and you're like, what does Flashpoint Batman have to do with any of this?
What is? Well, I mean, that's his dad.
Well, he ends up being like the secret main villain of the run, and I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, and then he like beats it. Doesn't Bruce beat the shit out of him? And be like, get the
He
fuck
does,
out of here.
and then they do more stuff with him, and
You're
it's
dead to
somewhat
me.
better, but it's
They've
so
kept Alfred
stupid.
dead. Alfred's
Yes,
stayed dead, which
I'm
is
actually
fucked.
kind of glad. Like, if anything, like, and some people are complaining about it, but I'm like, like maybe it's okay to keep some characters dead. Like, I like Alfred, and I really like what he
I think
was to the
people
Bat
just hate the
family.
way he died.
I would agree, probably. It's just like that's fucked the way he died.
But it does sort of force Bruce and Damian to
Yes, exactly. That's what the new Batman and Robin run is kind of about. Like,
yeah
is them becoming more bonded, and then
yeah.
like Robin right now, Damian is like, I think they're trying to make him a different character now. Like they're booting
He's
him out
trying
of the
he's
Robin
trying to
run. Like,
he's trying to step out and do his own thing.
yeah, it's really cool and interesting. So like that's actual good
It would be so much
progression.
cooler if John was the same age as him
I
and they could
know,
do
and we could do Super Sons more
we
and
could do
more.
Super Sons again.
But no, we got a different series though where it's evil Super Sons. I can't remember what it's called. Um,
Evil Super
yeah,
Sons.
it's Sinestro's kid and it's Zod's kid. I can't remember what it's called though. It's literally the same team that made Super Sons though, working on it.
Sinestro's kid. Sinestro's daughter?
Oh, daughter, maybe. Yeah, I thought it was.
They're called the Sinister Sons. Oh
Yeah.
my god, Zod's kid? Wait, which one?
uh, I think
Is
it's
it
the one that Superman trained for a little bit.
Oh, it's Chris?
I don't remember. I know there's some different ones.
Let me see. Let me see if it's Chris Kent. Oh my god, it is Chris.
Yeah, because I think he
Okay.
just became canon. They were just like, yeah, we'll make his
Well,
story
he
canon.
was canon, and then New 52 happened, and he wasn't canon, and
Well,
now and then and then Rebirth happened, and he was canon again.
and then
Well,
more stuff
I
happened.
I hate his haircut, but I do like Chris. I'm a very big fan of that issue of Superman
Oh, was it
where
only an issue?
well, no, it wasn't an issue. It was like a whole storyline that
I
that
thought so.
brought yeah, it brought Zod into comic book canon.
Wait, what? He wasn't in canon?
No, he was actually an original character for the Richard Donner movie.
Oh,
Uh, and then Jeff Johns was like, "Hey, Richard, do you want to help me write Zod into canon?"
I thought he had been like written in for a while because like uh there's a storyline that Brian Azzarello did, uh Superman of Tomorrow, I think, with Jim Lee. And Zod's in that one too. And I don't know if that one takes place before the Jeff John thing.
Drew Zod is a megalomaniacal Kryptonian and the leader of the Krypton military forces. That's Silver Age, Modern Age. Oh, I guess I guess starting in 2006, the 2006 Zod is the current one that we have.
Okay.
The ones before that have been like various incarnations, but they haven't been like established canon.
Okay. Interesting. The DC canon is always changing, and it
There's
makes
also
my
the
head
one.
hurt.
There's also the one where uh Superman is forced to kill like Zod and oh yeah.
Man of
Uh
Steel?
oh yeah, 1985. No. Uh Eventually the survivors of this world manage to contact the Superman of the main universe to help them, and he's able to take away the powers of the three super criminals with gold kryptonite since he's not from that universe. The kryptonite of that reality has no effect on him. However, the three vow to someday regain their powers and return to Superman's world to kill him, acknowledging that he can neither afford to leave them on the now dead pocket Earth to let them die alone, nor imprison them on his world. And Superman's like, "Fuck, you're right," and kills them. Which is,
Damn.
well, like Superman doesn't have a no kill rule. Like, if there's a threshold because it's Superman, there is a threshold where it's like, okay, if I don't do like Doomsday, like you have to kill Doomsday.
Yeah. Like he's literally, you just can't do anything else but just like
You
get
can't
rid of
reason with
him.
him. If you can't
Well,
reason with
that and
somebody,
like he's a being that just will adapt and adapt and adapt and adapt and adapt
yeah.
and come back over and over again.
hmm
Not to derail further, but what are your thoughts on My Adventures with Superman? I love it. I love that it embraces like the anime aesthetic of things, and it's just
I
like,
like
yeah,
Superman and Lois better.
both are good. I like that we have like more Superman content in general, like
Yeah,
coming out.
I just
If
hate
you,
that all the villains in My Adventures of Superman are
I
like.
do agree that like some of the designs should be a little bit better.
It's always just, oh, here's I made this power suit that gives you electric powers. Live
Yeah.
wire.
I also don't. Is Livewire the one with the weird cut, like the bob cut thing?
She's got a different haircut.
Okay. I say. I was watching it with a friend, and they were like, "This haircut is weird." And I was like, "Yeah, it kind of is." But I
Oh,
like it. I think it's really cool. I think it's interesting. Yeah, it was mostly humans with tech. Yeah. I like that there was a Kingdom Hearts reference in there. Like one universe, Lois Lane is just like, here you go. Here's the key to the city, aka it's a keyblade. Here you go. I was like, what? That's
yeah.
epic. And then also, Supergirl just having Android 18's fit.
Yeah, yeah.
That was freaking awesome. And
That part's weird.
then there was a My Adventures with Superman comic that did like a variant cover that looked like the last volume of Dragon Ball Z. I actually have it too. And it's so cool. I was just like, yes. More homages to like anime and stuff like they did that in Justice League as well. There's like a reference to the father-son Kamehameha with Superman like doing a punch and it shows his dad and it shows John. And I'm just like, that's so cool.
Oh,
And,
I didn't know about that. That's cool.
oh, have I never shown you it? I thought I showed
Oh
it
no,
in
I
the
think you did
Discord.
show me that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because like even the artist was like, "Yes, this is a reference to this," because he drew the cover recently for Naruto and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But Santa Devil's
yeah. I was
winning.
gonna say we should probably get back to
Yeah.
this. We're nerds here, people. Okay, we're
Sorry.
gonna we're gonna we're gonna talk about
I'm gonna go
like
off on tangents.
yeah about comics and whatnot. We like the things we like. Okay. So yeah, Santa Devil.
Santa Devil.
Santa Devil wins. Santa Devil win. Like do it in the Mortal Kombat voice.
Santa Devil wins.
There we go. By the way, I wasn't like ordering you to do it. I was just like saying it myself.
El Santo Cristo wins.
Then he has like a cool animation he does. Where he's like,
He spouts off some Spanish gibberish because that's what they did in Mortal Kombat.
no. What he does is he says like something in Spanish and then he gets like a pocket full of like the sleep dust and blows it towards like the screen. And when it blows towards
Yeah,
the screen, it's like you win.
it fades to black. Yeah,
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're on the last of like the first rounds on this side. We
yeah.
got Kurt Claus versus Grant Morrison's Santa Claus.
Oh
We
God.
did you not know that Grant Morrison made a Santa Claus like series? I'm not even like it's a series of comics that they
Well,
made.
their claws would be really well.
Their Claus is immortal. I'm just gonna tell you that.
What about Kurt Russell claws?
I know he's got like technology, and I know that he can sing and dance and be awesome in a jail cell.
Morrison and Mora intended to craft a brand new sexy Santa for the
Yeah, I was reading that by the way. It was really funny reading that part.
Just I'm imagining Morrison going, "Yeah, he's gonna be a new and sexy Santa."
He they accidentally stole like beats from the Rankin Bass movie, by the way.
No
Well,
way.
yeah, and Morrison's like, I've never seen that before.
I don't believe him. Them.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I know it's a
He
recent
forget-
thing.
Yeah.
It's a
It's
recent
recent
thing
and
that
like
they
nobody talks
changed.
about Morrison anymore. It's just
Really?
weird.
Yeah, like the comic channel that I watched, they started to use the pronouns more that way because they were like,
Yeah,
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
like I
Morin
forgot as well.
doesn't even really bring it up.
Yeah,
Morrison doesn't really bring it up.
it's just a
I'm
thing that happened.
non-binary now.
Honestly, you could see that coming from them though. From
Yeah,
like,
Morrison.
they're like,
Morrison's Morrison. I don't know if I could see it coming, but it's like whatever. It's Morrison.
True.
It's Grant
Respect.
Morrison.
Respect
I'm
Grant Morrison.
I reinvented Animal Man.
Freaking have you read the Flex Mentallo comic that they made?
No.
It's so good. I read it's like only 3 issues, but I originally had like DC Universe when it was first coming out and ripped that app now because HBO Max came out and just buried it. I don't hear anything about it anymore. But I read the Flex Mentallo run that they had made on there. It was like only 3 issues, but it was so freaking like it was good. I loved it. I was like, I know nothing about Flex Mentallo. This makes me really like this book. Like
Mm.
there's a lot of meta shit that happens in it, but I really like it for that reason. It's just I from what I remember reading, it was just about like superheroes in general. And I was just like, this is awesome. I just really like this book.
Oh. Oh, well, yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Morrison, I guess Morrison uses they them, but Morrison also is like I don't use non-binary. They don't use non-binary. They acknowledge that depending on the definition, perhaps the shoe fits after all.
Yes. Either way, I don't
Uh
know. I'm just saying. Either way,
I suspect that Grant Morrison's Santa Claus might be a little bit more stronger.
probably. I mean, from what I've read, it, it's like crazy how powerful Claus is compared to this one. Claus, like he faces off against Krampus, and then he also has like a wolf that is his best friend, and essentially has also a pack of wolves that leads his sleigh. And then the spirits of like the forest made him immortal so that he could like live
Oh.
on. Yeah, yeah. So he like died before, but I didn't read the rest of the run. I only read like the first volume because research time. I can only get so much in. Uh, but yeah, he's pretty freaking tough. I would say. I don't know if we should nerf the immortality, but I would say in ferociousness and like just the feats he's done in his own comic compared to the Kurt Russell one. Kurt
Yeah.
Russell one, he didn't do much action shit. He just kind of like hung out, was a cool dude. Whereas Claus is like, I'm here to get shit done, and I will do it, and I will
Morrison
protect the
was working
children.
came up with the idea while working on All-Star Superman. Okay, well then.
Really?
Yeah.
All the way back then?
2000s, yeah.
Jeesh. Kind of interesting that they like were able to even like uh execute it then, like or remembered it. And was like, oh yeah, I wanted to do this. Let's do it.
Grant Morrison, I don't think you understand. Grant Morrison wrote when Grant Morrison started writing Batman, they made the entire Silver Age canon.
Yeah. They did it
So
by making it canon by Batman taking drugs. Like he did like a test or something, like where they were like, oh, he was just like doing like psychedelic trips, and that explains like
I was
Zuranos.
doing psychedelic trips with Robin.
It was freaking crazy reading that. I was like, what?
Zur and Ra is real.
And then unfortunately Chip ruined the Zuranos stuff recently.
Yeah, yeah. Over well, too much of a good thing.
I I think he's just like in that same situation that Zeb Wells is in, honestly, right now, where he's just writing whatever. They're like, do this. Cause like he did like 2 story arcs where he was reiterating like 3 Joker shit. I'm like,
Oh,
we don't need the explanation of this. It was already done in the original graphic novel or whatever that Jeff wrote. Then editorial was like, uh, we don't like that. Do another thing that explains the 3 Jokers. And then do it again. It's like it's a multiverse reason. And then it's a like Joker did a thing where he made like backups or whatever in his head of different Jokers, I guess, or something. I don't know. It's messy.
Modern comics are a mess.
They are. Some are good, some are great. Others,
We're
I
not.
could not care for. But I think Claus wins this one. I think he decapitates Kurt Russell. I'm sorry, Kurt Russell. We love you.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Your beard's amazing. Never cut it.
Hmm.
Always take care of it. Put the moisturizer in it. Kiss your wife on the mouth with it. Um, just be a cool guy. But I'm sorry.
Tell your handsome son to do more movies.
That's true. Well, I mean, he's doing Thunderbolts, so
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
he's gonna be in
Dude,
that.
he's
Which
got it's so crazy how they have like the exact same
I
jawline.
know. When I look at it, I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's Kurt Russell's kid, man.
When you point it out, it's just like, huh.
And he's perfect as John Walker.
I still need to watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm so far
I
behind.
mean, I
I've
mean,
seen so many
it's
clips,
kind of
but
dumb. It's kind of dumb because Walker kills one guy and they like shame him for it, and then like the terrorists kill like a bunch of people, and like, oh,
I've
the
seen so
terrorists are
many
just
people like
misunderstood.
point that out too. I'm like, what? And then somebody also pointed out the writing in WandaVision was like that too, where they're
Oh
like
yeah,
trying to
nobody
sympathize her
will
for taking
understand your
over.
sacrifice.
Yeah, like she took over a whole town, but then they're like, but you didn't do anything wrong. It's like she forced people to do a bunch of crap, and
Yeah,
she's like unstable. And why do you think they made her the villain for the Doctor Strange movie?
yeah.
She's bad. I think she's just gone now, ain't she? She's just completely
Uh,
gone,
Probably.
which is
I'm sure
kind of
they'll.
crazy.
I'm sure they'll fix it somehow.
Some way they'll do it in a TV show that you'll have
Hmm.
to watch on Disney Plus
Yeah,
for sure. Do you think they're just gonna say Secret Invasion didn't happen?
I
Because that
hope
show
so.
sucked. That
That was
show
bad.
sucked.
That was really bad.
Yeah, Rhodey has been a scroll ever since Civil War, so he didn't get to see his best friend die.
Yeah.
That was so bad. I'm like, no. Oh,
Maybe
maybe
so.
yeah, it's true. Maybe something with the show, which
The last one I watched was Loki season 2
I
because
need
I
to
like Tom
watch
Hiddleston.
Loki.
I like Tom Hiddleston,
I
and
heard
I
that one's
like
just one of the good ones in general,
it's carried by Tom Hiddleston, Owen Wilson's, and whoever plays Sylvie.
I gotta
Actually,
watch
all
it.
the actors are really good in that.
Except for what's his face, who plays Kang.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he's good, but he's a bad guy.
Well, I don't. I thought it was. I thought he was acquitted, but like,
Was
yeah,
he? Oh, maybe I'm
I don't
wrong.
know.
I still gotta.
They also got God, I hate calling him Short Round because that's not his real name, but that's what I
Yeah,
remember
he
him
was in
as.
everything,
Everywhere,
everywhere.
yeah.
Oh,
That
that
was his
movie's
first movie
good.
back.
That's a good one. I watched
I
that and I just had a really good time with it.
I'm what I'm really sad with is that Indiana Jones, he didn't show up in Indiana Jones because Harrison Ford loves that kid.
Yeah,
Harrison Ford loves that kid.
yeah, that movie's
Every
so
time they
good.
see each other, Harrison Ford goes from like, I don't give a shit. And he's like,
I,
oh, hey, kid, hey.
you see that interview with him and Ryan Gosling with that one lady about Blade Runner, and it's just such a good time where she's just laughing with them and they're just like getting
Yeah.
drunk the whole time. That's so good. That is like one of the best interviews I've ever seen, where he's just laughing a bunch and just having a great time with them.
Which is weird because he hated like because like they had him go back and do the dub, do the edits or the Kehi Kwan, yeah. They had him go back and narrate Blade Runner, and he hated that because he's like, I think it
Really?
ruins it. I think it ruins the movie. And
Oh, for
Ridley
like
thinks,
the original one?
yeah. And then like that narration's not in the director's cut.
Yeah, I think that's the one I saw because there's like a few cuts because I watched it in a film class and my teacher was like, "Don't watch this version. Watch this version."
Yeah, yeah. Your teacher was right.
Yeah, he was usually right about most things. He showed us some pretty good ones. I liked a lot of the movies that were in that class.
Yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
really?
Well,
He's
he
also in
hated being like,
Goonies too.
yeah, he hated being like typecast, so he stopped, and then he came back.
Yeah. apparently Jamie Lee Curtis gave him a really good letter too that like made him cry.
You know, he's such a sweet dude, and
I
I'm
can't wait
happy
to see
for
what
him.
else he's in. And two big things already, so and both of them being like multiverse things too, which is
Yeah.
funny. It's like we'll hop over this thing and then we'll hop over that. Yeah, people that are just genuinely sweet, like as
Mhm.
actors and stuff like that, is nice rather than what we usually see, where it's just they're terrible.
Yeah.
We like hear so much stuff.
Well, I mean, Harrison Ford's usually just like, "Ah,
Yeah, I'm Red Hulk now.
I'm red.
I
I'm
loved
yeah."
saying that during the Game Awards when we were
I
like
I love that they're just like I love that the implication is that William Hurt shaves his mustache and he looks like Harrison Ford.
yeah. Yeah, he's just like a different actor.
Yeah. They told me to lose the mustache
They
or
told me
lose
to
the
lose.
election.
They said something like along the lines like that in
Yeah, he was
Iron
like,
Man 2 to Rhodey. He says something, he's like, it's good to see you or something like that. Or he's like, you look different or something. He says something like really minuscule. And then it's like you wouldn't have even noticed it, but they acknowledge that he's different. He's not Terrence Howard anymore.
yeah,
Was Terrence Howardology or whatever. What does he say? He's like 2 + 2 doesn't equal 4, something like that.
it's stupid.
It's very.
Anyways, let's give it to Klaus
Oh
because
yes,
we gotta get to the other side.
that's true. Yeah, we're almost like 2 hours in here, so we should probably get through here.
Yeah,
And we're not even to the final things either. I hope
I hope
Harrison Ford
Harrison
is
Ford's
okay. He seemed out of it at the game. Yeah, I hope so
he
too.
he probably didn't want to be there.
Probably not. He probably was just kind of there, like, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, I heard
Uh,
this Troy Baker guy's pretty good.
but I'm better.
I I like those pictures of Troy Baker standing next to
Oh, Todd Howard, yeah, and he's like super small. Like, yeah,
Todd's so tiny
didn't I say that they should have put him in it? Like, he should have put Todd in his
in his
pocket.
pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need somebody to edit that, make that the image. All
So
right,
said, why doesn't the bigger Todd eat the smaller Todd?
it's not the way. It's not the way.
Who's Santa 34?
That's Miracle on 34th Street, Santa.
Okay. Well, how many wrestling moves does Santa 34 know?
Probably none.
Okay, well
Especially
that's
not towards Krampus here. But
well,
he is like
Krampus
ultimate good because he learns to
well,
sign for the Deaf
Krampus
Girl.
only knows, well, you know, like listen, let's not mince words here. Goldberg's not a good wrestler. He knew how to jackhammer and he knew how to spear. And that's really all he knew how to do. Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong Krampus.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Uh, what Krampus is this?
this is the Krampus from the Krampus movie.
Oh, okay. What's his
Yeah.
power?
He just literally has like a bunch of minions, and like he can cause the weather to change, cause like cracks to happen in the earth, uh, trap people in snow globes. You know, pretty much everything. He's just the force of just darkness incarnate. 34th Santa spent time homeless. He could fend for his own. I didn't know that. I haven't seen the 34th Street movie. Just know that he learned to sign for a deaf girl.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Maybe he could sign to Krampus and be like, please don't eat me. And Krampus's dark, cold heart would melt and
He
he would
could
say, oh my God,
he could tag Rihanna in.
Fiona.
My yeah, because she's deaf.
Oh, I didn't know that. Dang. Well, I do want to give
I
it
think
to like 34th Street, but like
Krampus just has so many more
Krampus, he
resources.
does. It's unfortunate, like it's total opposites here. Like we have the Lord of like Darkness versus like a very, very, very nice man. Wait, I think he had to go to court and prove he was real Santa, so he's dealt with dark forces, the U.S. justice system. Oh my God, yeah, man, that makes it hard to decide then. Now, I did this as a
I think it's
almost a
Krampus.
yeah, I did this almost as a joke, but with the reasonings being given to me, I was like, damn, I might give it to 34th, but I don't think so.
Do you think 34th could talk Krampus out of his evil
Probably.
ways?
Well, he could probably get away from him, but like since they're in a no holds bar, like you have to beat each other. Like Krampus would absolutely tear him apart. He wouldn't care
Okay,
because
then yeah,
like
Krampus.
Krampus is like he forgive like he yeah, I was gonna say like they're fighting here. They're fighting like they can appeal to each other. They can do these different things, but at the end of the day, if Krampus is being told you get to be like the number one holiday like entity, because that's what they're fighting for. They're gonna be like the number one Santa of the universe here. Then
Ah,
I think Krampus is just going to absolutely rip him apart.
yes.
Yeah, exactly. Two claws in her, one claws leaves. Exactly. Unfortunately, it'd be like something that happens in like Record of Ragnarok where it's like you think something good's gonna happen and then like Krampus is just like, nah, fuck you. I don't care. I don't play by like human logic. I just want to be evil. So I'm sorry, 34th Street Santa. You're nice. You get to live in Santa heaven with Santa Christ. Krampus for the win. Another top winning. He's dead. Oh, got a good one here for this next one. I know I'm saying we got a good one for all of them, but you know, they all are good ones.
Yes. Santa Doom?
Santa Doom.
Oh. Oh, versus Bad Santa? Oh
Yeah,
god.
I think we
I
already know who's going to
I
win, but
yeah, I don't have much
this is
confidence
more
in
of
Billy
like
Bob Thornton.
this is like people would say when they first look at it, they're like, "Oh, Doctor Doom, bad Santa," but you know, Billy Bob Thornton Santa is like a piece of shit. He's an asshole. Like Doom would be like a child would appeal to him because he's grown up poor and he's not actually like he says he's a bad guy, but he's not really a bad guy at the
Who,
end.
Doom?
Yeah,
Doom is a negative person.
he's very down in the dumps and like
He's
he doesn't
he's
like to
v-
be like talked down to and shit. But at the end of the
he's, v-
day,
he's very like he fucked up his face because there was a single scar.
yeah, yeah. But but
But Doom
in this
would
story, he like his icy heart gets melted by a child who gives him a teddy bear.
Aryan child.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well yeah, that makes sense.
Well, it could be any child. It doesn't have to be Latvarian.
It would have to be a Latvian child.
Mm, I've seen stories where it's not a Latvarian child, and he's like, fine.
Either Latvian child or
Valeria.
is Valeria is
It's the child that he named because
yeah,
he
okay.
saved
Yes.
her.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. It's like
I get to name her.
I get to name your child.
I'm going to name her after my home country, but change the letters around her.
Valeria.
It's a very good story, but it's also like, damn, that
And
was
I want Reed to know that I saved her.
he's like
He
he
hates Reed Richards.
that storyline's very good. Like, that's Jonathan Hickman writing that, right?
Yeah.
During that
Doctor
time,
Doom's such a cool,
I
interesting
like
character.
how complex he is. Like I said, he's
Yeah.
not totally evil, but like he can be.
Because he runs his country and the people that like people argue about like how ethical he is in running his country, but
But
the
then
people
like
there the people there are happy.
yeah, because in the freaking the Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, what's it? I don't know what's called the book that they're both. I think it's Torment and Triumph. I think that's what it is. But in that one they go to his country and like Doctor Strange is like, what the hell? Like, this is weird. Oh, Rory, hello, hi,
Hi,
how's it
Rory.
going? Moonlit Kale, thank you for the follow.
Oh,
Welcome
hell
on
yeah.
in. I hope you're doing well. What were you doing? Like, what game were you playing, or were you just like chilling out? Were you talking? It's nice to see you here.
What's the haps?
Yeah, tell us what's going down. Spill the tea, as all the girlies say.
Let's sit down and let's rap.
Yeah, which me and you are like two of the guys, like the most guys, like trying to be like, come on, we know these terms. I was doing
Yeah.
hand cam thigh.
Oh my god.
What the hell, Rory? Why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't
Hang
you
on,
tell me this?
where's my
I should have
where's my
just
Discord
postponed the
react?
stream and then just watch that. Showing off my stuff from Japan and Aussie. Yeah, because you just went on a trip to Japan and Aussie. I posted everywhere. Well, look, you didn't send me a personal message that you'd be showing thighs.
Yeah, you
You
didn't
should
include
know
that part.
that, like, your good buddy Hika wants to see some thighs. Blame Algo. Well, I'll watch the VOD or something later. I'm glad that you had a good time though. If you need to go take a rest, please do.
I'm, I'm
Like I
gonna take a peek
say,
at.
yeah, I'll
I'm
send you
taking a
some.
peek at
Yeah,
their.
let's go.
Let's see it.
Rory is sweet and amazing, and they're a good being,
BRB
and they're cute.
keyboard
Your
quality.
face right now.
Yeah. I'm looking.
That's just the face of like every time you react to anything in my Discord. It's the shocked face. And I'm just like, I for a long time didn't know who was doing it, and then I just saw it was you every time. I was like, Jay's always just shocked about what I have
Hey,
to say.
I'm not. Oh, there's the thighs. Kind of. They're still covered.
Oh, it's still thighs. Thighs are
They're still.
thighs.
They're still. Yeah, thighs are thighs.
Thighs are thighs. It's when
They
somebody
dressed.
like tells me they
They
have like a
dressed for thigh
flash.
cam.
Yo, let's go. Let's go, Rory. But if you need to go take a break, please do. Thank you for sharing your community with us. We are doing a Tournament of Power right now, Santa edition, Santa versus Santa. Right now we got Santa Doom versus Billy Bob Thornton's Bad Santa, which
Best.
you know,
I'm not liking Billy Bob's odds.
I know he's gonna die basically because like Doom just has magic and science on his side still, even if he
Yeah.
is Santa. He just
Yeah.
vaporized him with like a laser blast. Like
You
Billy
get a
Bob,
lump of coal.
Billy Bob Thornton Santa would like come up and be like drunkenly saying something. He's like, "Look here,
Hey,
you,
what's going on with your face, buddy?
and then Doom would just like turn around, not even say anything, and just boom,
Vaporize him.
he's gone.
That's
Yeah,
another
pieces
one.
that is.
That's another one added to the naughty list.
That's another Santa down. Underhanded, but he doesn't have a good hand to begin with. Yeah,
Yeah.
he would like just
You
Doctor
dare
Doom
try
is
to
like the
pickpocket
most
the great
powerful. Like,
Santa Doom?
yeah, he's just gone. I'm sorry, Billy Bob. You're out of here. You're out of here.
Simon Templeman voiced Dr. Doom for a bit.
Who's that?
He's Kane in Legacy of Kane.
I don't know anything about Legacy of Kane. I'm sorry.
Oh, you should
Should change that.
you should change that. Yeah. They did just do a remaster of of the second and third game.
I'll take a look into it when I can. My friend Geek just gifted me like 5 different games of Oddworld, so I got that on my hands now.
Oh, hey, I
I've
just beat
never
I
played
just
any
beat
of it.
Did you ever play the classic Prince of Persia?
No.
As in like the 2D ones? Did you ever play
Nope.
Flashback?
Nope. I did play one version though that was on like the Xbox 360.
Okay, no, 2D because Oddworld's got more in common with like the 2D Prince of Persias,
Oh, okay.
where it's like these weird platforming puzzles, and you have like very limited mobility.
Okay.
but I just beat New and Tasty, the remake of the first one, on stream
Yeah,
last
I
week.
got that one. That's one of the ones that Geek gave me.
And then don't you maybe you I guess you could try Soulstorm, but otherwise just play Exodus, Abe's Exodus.
I think I have that one too. Well, I'd have to look at which ones he gave me again. I know he gave me
Abe,
like 6 different games. I was like, holy shit.
Abe's Exodus is really good. I played that a lot when I was a kid.
Where? Oh, there's the Santa. It's like, where's this other Santa? Okay, so we have very bad Santa from the show Happy, and we have Red Claws.
All right, so what's very bad Santa's superpowers?
Very bad Santa can see imaginary friends, and he can also imitate children's voices, which is really scary.
Which is that's creepy.
Yeah.
What can Fred Claus do?
Fred Claus can dance. He can be a bad boy. You know, he took over for Santa. He showed the elves that they couldn't. You know, they didn't have to be just workers. He rose them up. He had a revolution.
You guys have all kinds of talents.
Son of a bitch, you just almost sounded like him. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, that's probably the best impression. It was almost like spot.
There's a line I can't do from True Detective.
Oh, probably not. I was gonna say
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He
heard that he was the one who like ruined whatever season he was in.
No, he was the only good part. He was like the good part of True Detective season 2. The
What?
writing was trash, but
Oh,
he was like a diamond in the rough in season 2.
got you. I still need to watch that show. I've
Mhm.
heard so many good things about it.
Season 3 is good though. The guy that's supposed to be the new Blade was in season 3.
Oh, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, yeah. He I can't say what he threatens to do to a pedophile.
Probably kill him. Probably.
He says he to put it simply, he says, "You hear me, boy? You will bleed black cock."
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Damn.
he's he blackmails a pedophile into doing his bidding.
Well, respect there. So Fred Claus versus very bad Santa.
I
I
do you
feel
think
like
Fred Claus could turn bad Santa around? Very bad Santa around?
um you went to go get Jack in the Box? Nice. I've only had Jack in the Box like once ever in my life. I don't remember how it was. I think I liked it cuz it's not a thing on the coast that I'm on the east side. That's right. I doxed which side of the US I'm on. I'm sorry guys. Now you know exactly where I'm at. My pinpoint location. So sad. But I honestly don't know. And I think these guys are kind of evenly matched here. East side, B side, that's right. That's right.
I think Fred Claus could
Oh,
probably.
probably. The beat cop in Happy beat the shit out of this guy.
Oh, well then,
So
yeah.
I was gonna say like and that cop is like drunk throughout most of that series.
If Fred Claus ends up becoming like the Kino actor that like modern Vince Vaughn is,
Oh
because
yeah.
like modern Vince Vaughn does not do comedies anymore. He just does like serious.
Yeah, he was in like Cell Block whatever. I can't remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Like very
With
very serious stuff.
and then he was in that movie with Mel Gibson that's made by the Cell Block guy.
Oh, I don't know. I can't remember.
Yeah, no. Where they both played like two corrupt cops.
I wouldn't know. I haven't seen many Mel Gibson movies, honestly. The only one I've actually seen is The Patriot, which I like
The
that movie.
Patriot.
Yeah. I actually kinda like that movie.
Lethal Weapons are good.
I haven't
Dragged
seen
across
any of Lethal Weapon
Dragged
ever.
across concrete
Oh
is
no,
the
that's a lie. I've seen Maverick. Maverick's a good one. That Mel Gibson's in.
because Mel Gibson's crazy, but like he's a really good actor.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. We probably yeah, Fred Claus.
Yeah.
He'd probably win. He'd probably be like, you don't want to mess with me right now. I'll kick your ass or something.
I'll
I
kick
don't
your
know.
ass, buddy.
And then very bad Santa would be just drunken and crazy and like I don't think he's very powerful. I mean, like the only thing that he really does is like steal a kid, and like then what he does is he just like literally takes all the people that he steals and he like puts them in a mall and like lobotomizes them, so they're just like all zombies.
What
Like,
the fuck?
yeah, that's what dude, it's crazy. But like I don't think he could do that to Fred Claus here. I think Fred Claus is like well body and able to beat him, because very
Fred
bad Santa is like
Fred
uh
Claus would do what Vince Vaughn did at Rumble in Cell Block 99, where he stomps on that guy's skull and drags
oh
his
my
face
god,
across the ground.
he just destroy him.
Yeah,
Imagine
like
seeing that in like a sequel to Fred Claus.
did you see that movie?
No, I've never seen it. I
He
need
he
to.
he steps on a guy's head and just drags it across the prison floor
Jeez.
until the skin on his face is gone, and it's just a
Jeez.
skull.
That's amazing, but also scary.
Yeah, it's absurd. It gets absurd.
Can you I wonder if we could edit it to where it's like the Santa from Fred Claus seeing Fred Claus do that. Like it's just that scene from that movie.
Well,
And it's like,
Fred, what
what
are you
the
doing?
yeah. He's just like completely like in awe of what his brother did. He's just like, you
It
just
was
killed a man.
he was a very bad Santa, Chris. I
He
had
was
to.
just very bad. I had to kill him. You wouldn't understand. You crushed my birdhouse or whatever.
You crushed my birdhouse.
Crushed my bird. You killed my bird friend. No, he didn't. His bird friend came back at the end. I
Oh,
remember
that's
that
good.
now. That that movie is like crazy. Like I don't ever see it as a Christmas movie. I more see it as like a family, like just the brotherly parts of that movie, where it's like you're showing favoritism towards the like not even no, he's the younger brother, isn't he? Chris is, and
Chris
like
is. That's
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. When you think about you, this is something I've never thought about until like the other day. They never like talk about how old Fred is, like or how he like has the ability to not like age anymore. Like in the flashbacks, they're like in the past, right? They're like
In the
in
Middle Ages, a young
yeah,
Fred Claus grows up in the shadow of his younger brother Nick.
yeah. I was gonna
That's
say,
crazy.
but then like he grows up all the way to now, and then there's like no discussion of that, like no words dropped about how he's like stayed the way he has. Because
Yeah,
like
like
him and his
what does
girlfriend,
Fred
how long
do?
have they been together in that movie? And she wouldn't be like, "Man, you haven't like really aged at all," and I am. Like that would be a crazy thing if that came into play.
Yeah. Well, because like I can't remember what it was, but it might have actually been Twilight, where like every few years the Cullens just move town.
Yeah, and he's like, they're like, "How long you been 17?" And he's like, "For like 40 years,
A while.
a while, I guess."
A while.
I like how he just. I think the behind the scenes Robert Pattinson was just like, I hate this movie series. Like by the end of it,
He there was so yeah, he took an obsessed fan on a date and just started trauma dumping on her until she was like, "Okay, I'm done. You win. I won't bother you anymore. I'm sorry, Robert. I get it."
he's pretty cool though. I
He
like
is. He's
him.
great.
He's a big Final Fantasy fan.
Mhm.
Just like Final
He also
Fantasy
loves
16.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
Does he?
Yeah, he was like, I was playing Shadow the Hedgehog, trying to get into the role of Batman,
No way! I didn't know that. That's awesome.
and like, and the girl playing Catwoman just doesn't get it.
Yeah, she didn't get when he was talking about the Final Fantasy stuff, so I understand that.
Dude,
She just was like,
I
"What?"
bet you that Robert Pattinson was giddy to get interviewed by Laplace and Zoe or whoever her name is. What's
Zoe saw no
is it
Zoe
Zoe
Kravitz, I think something like that.
Zoe Kravitz just didn't get it.
Yeah, Have you
Come on,
seen what
Zoe.
he
Zoe,
looks like in the colorized version of the lighthouse?
no.
He looks like Mario. Like
Robert,
his costume is like the exact colors of Mario, I think. That or
that's
somebody
awesome.
colorized it to look like that. And it's crazy how much he looks like it. It's like
That's actually
that's
fucking sick.
yeah, right?
I can
No,
believe
like
that.
there's like a colorized photo of what his costume looks like out of the black and white. They didn't do it like a colored version.
Oh,
That
I don't
movie's
think it.
great, by
I
the
think it
way.
was actually gray. Somebody just photoshopped it to be red, which would have
Oh,
been fun. It would have been
even
funny if it were
still.
actually red because they actually like when films were shot in black and white, they actually did sometimes just go crazy with colors just because of what would show up better in black and
Oh
white.
yeah. They were just like this is different scaling of like what grays and whites and blacks and
Yeah.
stuff we can show.
So Jack Frost versus
Versus Coke Santa.
Jack Frost would make Coke Santa's soda explode.
Yeah, but look at Coke Santa. He would
I
like
know.
he would give him a smirk and he would like, you want a Coke? and Jack Frost would be like, oh, that's tempting. I I don't know. And then he would like give him like a little eyebrow raise. He's like, fine, I'll take the Coke. And he'll just be like so tantalized by it. Because he's an ad. He's an ad, right?
Yeah.
He is the ad. Is Coke
Now,
Santa friends
yeah,
with the Coke polar bear?
does
I was
Jack
thinking
Frost
that.
get does Jack Frost is Coke Santa friends with the Coke? Also, is Coke is he using the original formula that had cocaine?
Yes.
Okay.
Depending on when he was like made, I guess that
Hang on.
would decide it all.
Coke Santa.
Frost Santa would fall for the fame and decadence. Yeah. He would give it to him, and then like Jack Frost would like go crazy. He's like, oh, and he would
Yeah,
trick him into giving.
if you give Jack Frost cocaine, he's not gonna be able to handle it.
Yeah, he's gonna easily give him the escape clause, uh, like snow globe or whatever that he has. Because I think it's the snow globe.
Okay, so Santa Claus Coke, the Coca-Cola Santa Claus came out in 1931.
I believe that cocaine would have been in the Coke at that time.
New Coke didn't come out until 1985.
Well, all said and done, he did give him cocaine.
He would melt Jack Frost probably with
He would
cocaine.
give him a little Coke and say, "Here you go," and then Jack would go crazy.
Jack Frost's heart would start beating too fast.
He said, "What's happening?" Oh, I just gave you a little bit of
Oh,
some
I just
snow dust.
it's the original Coke formula.
Didn't you know? It has
Didn't you know?
cocaine in it.
It's real cocaine.
It's one hell of a drug. I've
It's
heard.
how do you think my elves are so productive all
How
year
do you think I'm
round?
so fast? How do you
Yeah,
think
how
I
do you
get
think
any
I
gun
travel the
money?
world in 24 hours?
Your heart will grow 3 sizes today. Freaking Jack Frost's heart would explode.
His
Even
heart
with
would
him being like
fucking explode.
even with him being like a mythical being, he would probably just be like, "It's too warm.
Yeah,
It's
his heart would
generating
be
too
pumping
much
blood too
heat."
fast and he'd explode.
It would be like lava coming out of his chest.
Yeah. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to handle it.
All right, Coke Santa, let's go, my boy. Can we carry Coke Santa to the win? me like bribing people,
Listen,
being like, "Can we make him the
I
win?"
there's gonna be people with cocaine immunity.
Oh, probably. I mean, freaking Santa Doom probably. Doom would be like, "Nah, I don't drink Coke."
Santa Doom. I don't know what he would do.
He would probably
He'd
be
be,
like, "I don't drink soda. I drink
I've
water."
conditioned my body to be resilient to all forms of narcotics.
True. Or like he has like a magic portal in his neck that just like cures it all.
Adderall has no effect on Doom.
You can't trick me. I'm always one step ahead.
True. He's prepared for most occasions. Arthur Santa.
Yes. For this next one, we have the Arthur Christmas crew here. So in Arthur Christmas, Arthur is like the second son to this current era's Santa Claus, because that Santa Claus has a dad who was Santa Claus before him, so on. It's a long line of different Santas taking over the role, and it's family business. But I decided, I was like, you know what? Since they have a bunch of Santas, let's put them up against the Jingle All the Way Santa, the Santa gang, the black market Santas that were making all those knockoff gifts.
Yeah.
I think the Arthur crew can like go up against them. I know this is an army, but the Arthur Christmas crew have a bunch of tech. Like his older
I'm
brother
assuming the
has some
Arthur
stuff.
Christmas crew is stronger than Arnold.
Well, Arnold's not. He's not in this. It's like everybody around Arnold.
Yeah, no. I'm saying I assume the Arthur Christmas crew probably is stronger
Oh,
than Arnold
probably.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, because
and Arnold Schwarzenegger was able to take the Santa gang out on his own.
I still need to see that movie. I would have put him in here, that Netflix Claus movie, but I knew nothing about it. Like I know more knowledge about all these other ones. A bit more.
Oh, Klaus, yeah.
Yeah.
That one's a good movie. Norm Macdonald's in it.
Is
It's like
he?
one of his. Yeah, he's like the boat guy.
Damn.
Hmm.
I'm still laughing about the fact that he was Glumshanks in Skylanders.
Oh yeah.
I think your mind was blown when I told you that. I was like, oh yeah, he's Glumshanks. And I was just like, what?
I still think it's crazy to me that he's like, well, my life's coming to an end soon. I'm gonna try to die on 9/11.
Did he say that?
No, but just knowing how he is, he was trying to die on 9/11.
Probably. That's a Norm thing to do.
It's a very Norm thing to do.
That man was silly.
He was the silliest that ever was.
I miss him.
We
I
all do.
occasionally turn on like a compilation of just his jokes. I'm just like, oh, Norm.
Just of the O.J. Simpson jokes.
Oh God. He was just like ruthless for that. He's like, yep, he did it.
He got fired because the guy that owned the producer for SNL, like, he was best buddies with OJ.
Oh,
and
really?
He's like, Norm, you need to stop telling jokes about my buddy OJ. And Norm would be like, yeah, okay, sure. And then
I'm gonna keep telling him.
Yeah, you just keep telling him
what to do. You can't tell me what to do. I'm trying to do like an impression of him.
Yeah, you can't tell me.
He always does the whenever he's like saying something, he like pauses while he's trying to think it up. It's so good.
I love when he would like tell a bad joke and then he would just start running it into the ground until it was funny.
That's the best part. Is like he manages to turn something around so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, Norm, you're a genius.
He's like, the thing I heard was like, he's like, I like watching kickboxing now. You hear about kickboxing? Yeah, it's got all the grace and finesse with boxing, but with kicks.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's so many good jokes. That I can't tell the one about the pig, but that one's like my favorite.
Yeah. I could tell the Joe Rogan story. The Joe Rogan had a story where he was on the plane with Norm, and Norm's like, "Yeah, I quit smoking," and then like he's just talking. It's like, "Yeah, it's I think it's time to kick the habit. I quit smoking," and then they get off the plane, and immediately Norm goes to like the fucking convenience store and buys a pack of cigarettes. Oh my God. He's like, yeah, I just, I tried, couldn't do it.
He did his best. That's all he could do.
He that man was planning on getting a pack of cigarettes the moment he said he quit smoking.
Oh, 100%. 100%. He wouldn't
But
he
yeah, no,
wouldn't.
I'm giving it to the Arthur family.
You would give it to the Arthur family? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, they probably have more I think the brother has like a fucking like ship. Like it's a ship-sized like sleigh.
The brother looks like he's like on par with Arnold.
Oh yeah, he's pretty jacked. And like crazy old man Santa has like the classic sleigh, but I would I would bet that he would like accidentally run over like 70% of these people because
Yeah.
he doesn't have good vision or anything.
No.
He's like, did I kill them all? Did I do it? Yeah, Grandpa, you
Is
did
that
it.
a dog or is that a reindeer?
That is a reindeer. It's just very sick. It has a cone over its head. I don't know how they put the
Oh,
cone over its head,
oh, that's a good question.
right? When I'm looking at that photo, I'm just like, how did that
How,
happen?
how did they do that?
It's probably a hole through the top. They cut a hole or something. There's a new one with Jack. I was thinking about that too, but I think it's in theaters, so I wouldn't have been able to see it. So maybe next year when we are doing this again, we can throw him on
Yeah.
there. Except for uh Jack Black isn't even Santa in that one. He's Satan.
Oh yeah, he's secretly say. Oh
He's
my god,
secretly
another
Satan.
one?
Yeah.
Dude, they love
They love making him Satan.
secretly Satan.
He's secretly Satan. All right. Sorry, army of counterfeit Santas. You've been beaten by the Arthur family. You're now currently going to Santa hell. Because they were counterfeiting, dude. They were making
Yeah.
fake gifts and shit. They're not going to Santa heaven with Santa
They're
Claus.
making fake Turbo Man.
Fake Double Man. I love every
I have to
time in
get
that
Turbo
movie.
Man for my child Anakin Skywalker.
Fuck you, Booster. Everybody was just like, I hate you, Booster.
I hate you, Booster. You suck.
Who played him in that movie? Because whoever plays Booster in that movie voices Dan from Dan Versus. And he's great.
I know you, your Booster.
And he's like smoking up like in the back room.
Jeff Deist.
Yeah.
All right, so up next we got
Got
Goldberg.
Goldberg versus Violent Night Santa.
Who's Violent Night?
David Harbour, I think. I think that's
Oh,
the actor's name. But I saw this movie. I've actually seen this movie.
both of them.
Well, Violent Night, not Santa Slays. I did
So
see the kill count for Santa Slays though.
so Santa Slays is Santa's actually the devil.
Yeah. Let me drag these up to the front. I just noticed all the X's and the O's are like getting in front. There we go. All right, these two. They're pretty freaking. I would say they're pretty on par with how violent they've gotten. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
the David Harbour one, like killed as many people, but like the kills that he did do were like incredible, like crazy. Like he took a guy and like teleported him through a chimney and like like gutted him basically. It was absolutely bonkers. And he's also secretly like a Viking, like in the old age.
Oh, so
Yeah,
he's as old as Santa. Santa
yeah,
Slays.
yeah. He's like, I think they were trying to like make it original Santa lore where he was like, because actually, I think some of the lore from Santa comes from Odin too. Some people said, where it's like a little bit of who he is like based off of Odin and shit. So that's why like Viking stuff was like thrown into this movie. And I think they did that for in Marvel as well, where they're like Odin like inspired Santa Claus, and I was like, oh, okay. So maybe that's where it comes from too. And yeah, we have like Goldberg over here who at the beginning of that movie just comes down and is like destroying everybody. He's just like
Mm.
murdering left and right with all sorts of things. I I think I actually might have to give it to Santa Slays. Like
Well,
the I'm remembering in Violent Night, he had a little bit of trouble like taking down people. Like it took him a while to start getting to his like ass kicking phase where he's like really killing people.
yeah, but what if Santa Slays tries to do a spear and then runs his head into a wall instead and stumbles around for the entire fight because he's concussed?
Is that something that happened to
That's
Goldberg?
that's literally what happened in Goldberg versus the Undertaker.
Damn.
He tried to spear. He started with a spear and fucking ran headfirst into the turnbuckle and was concussed the entire match, and it
Oh
was
my god.
awful. And it's for like a Saudi Arabia show,
Damn.
and Undertaker had to fucking carry that entire match when he's like old and tired and just wants to retire.
Oh my gosh. Well, uh, you know, we can take that into factor. Then if that's the case, maybe Violent Night Santa would notice like him starting to run into walls or something like that, or be like, oh, like he's getting like weak here, and then he would like take him down. He seems like the kind of Santa to notice that type of shit, since he
Yeah.
was a Viking warrior. He would notice like some kind of like warrior weaknesses, and
Well,
like,
Goldberg matches were tended to be squash matches because Goldberg gassed himself out
oh
really
yeah,
quickly. He doesn't have the endurance to keep going in a
okay,
fair fight.
okay. So this Santa, you're telling me, gets tired quickly.
Yes,
Okay. Yeah,
but
I
that's why
think
that
Violent
so is
Night Santa would maybe take this one then.
probably.
He would, because through that whole movie he's kind of dragging, but like he's able to like kick some ass throughout
But
it.
he's got good cardio. He's able to keep going throughout the whole movie.
Oh yeah. Whereas with the Santa Slays one, he would probably be like, "Well,
He
damn."
w- he was dominating. It's the same thing. Brock Lesnar had the same problem when he was in the UFC. Lesnar could most of his matches were not very long, but then like whenever there was somebody that could like just keep going with him, he would wear himself out.
Oh yeah, I see that
And
then.
that didn't happen until much later, but it did happen.
Damn. All right then, David Harbour, you win this one. Mr. Hellboy man, Hellman's mayonnaise man, you win this one. Sorry, Goldberg, another loss for you, my brother.
The streak ended.
All right. Oh, okay, okay. We're finally getting to Tim Allen here. The Santa Claus. And oh, okay. I know this other one.
Who's Billy Santa?
He's from Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh,
Which
Garbage Day?
yeah, except for it's the first
Oh.
one. The first one.
Oh.
He was the one to kick it all off.
Uh Phew. I don't know.
One has
Because
powers, one doesn't. And they're both killers.
that's true.
Because Tim
But
Allen
did
did kill
Billy
that
Santa
Santa.
kill the real Santa Claus?
No, he didn't. But he does kill like anybody that's like harming somebody. Like, so basically his story is this. He was a little kid and he was going home with his mom and dad, and then all of a sudden they're getting like uh their car jacked, and then his dad is killed by like this Santa impersonator, and then his mom is like killed by this Santa impersonator too. And
Yeah.
like he's now traumatized to the point where if he sees like a woman being attacked or something, he's just like I have to kill somebody now.
I
Like,
have to kill somebody.
yeah, and so he's in the Santa outfit, kind of just like becoming the thing that he was afraid of, and then
Yeah.
he just goes on a killing streak. He like basically has a psychotic break and just starts killing everybody, but no
I can't,
powers.
I can't wait for next year when his brothers in the lineup.
Oh yeah, the garbage day.
Garbage day.
Garbage day.
Red car. Good
And
point, Doc.
then we have to take account, I guess well no, the third and fourth movie are they're not Santas. I think the third movie or whatever. No, wait,
One of them
the
isn't.
second movie is like half of it is just a recap of the first one.
Yeah.
And like the third one's like a totally different movie and the fourth one's a totally different movie too. And then they
Yes.
made a remake that uh it's another bad Santa or whatever, but it's not Billy. It's like something else. I know that.
There's actually 5. There's Silent
Yeah.
Night, Deadly Night 4 Initiation, Silent
Oh
Night,
yeah,
Deadly
yeah, yeah,
Night
you're right,
5
you're right,
Toy
you're right.
Maker.
Yeah, you're right. Cause there's robots in that last one. And there's like a quotable thing where it's like, "Don't kill me, mommy. I love you, mommy," or something like that. Like
Oh,
it's cool.
Ron Howard's brother is in like 3 of the movies.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah, because all those have
Uwe
like
Ball
a
regular Clint Howard, as I like to call him.
yeah.
Uwe Ball regular.
Is he
Because
usually in those movies?
he's in a lot of Uwe Ball films.
Uwe Boll's the one who would always take on like the video game movies, right? And then it was like always shit.
And they were always shit, but I also love Uwe Ball.
Oh yeah.
I can't hate that man. Because I once asked him on Twitter what it was like working with the kid from Terminator 2, and his response to me was to post a link of the fucking shitty song that he made in the
What?
90s. People Are Strange.
Wait, the kids song or
Yeah, yeah.
that's odd.
People Are Strange. Oh, what's his name?
It's Kid from Terminator. That's his
Edward
name.
Furlong. Yeah. Yeah, he posted the cover that Edward Furlong made, like the Doors cover of People Are Strange.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
from that point on, I was like, oh, Uwe's all right.
Nice. I so this one,
I think Tim Allen would win.
yeah, he's got more powers. He would slip
Hmm.
away. He'd go up a chimney, and then
He'd go
Billy'd be
up.
like, "Where are you?" And then he would run him
He
over with
could
the reindeer.
he could trap Billy in like, because like whatever there's not a chimney, like they magic a chimney. He could
Oh
trap Billy
yeah,
in one
that's
of those.
true. Like he could be like, "I'm going up," and then like, and then Tim Allen's like, "There's no more chimney now," and then like he steps away from it and just dissipates, and like Billy's just stuck in the wall, like merged with it. Just his
Yeah,
insides filled.
yeah.
He's dead. Oh yeah, Billy's like main thing that he would always say is punishment in like a
Punishment.
monotone voice. Punishment. So good. But yeah, no, sorry, Billy. Not winning this one. Tim Allen's won this one.
Hmm.
Tim the Tool Man.
Tim the New Type Taylor.
All right. Ed Asner Santa versus Alec Baldwin Russian Santa.
Hmm. Which Ed Asner Santa are we talking about?
The one from Elf. Which I have to say, unfortunately, he doesn't do much in that movie. He's basic Santa, is what it seems to be.
Where Rise of the Guardian Santa does a lot.
He does. He's like traditional old Santa. That would be we can do that for for a future thing where all the Ed Asner Santas like fused together. It's like when the Namekians like from that one universe just they agreed to fuse
fusing
together.
the two Namekians. Yeah.
Yeah. It fits with us. I'm agreeing with these so far. Good. We are making good choices then.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I love
Like,
Ed
I
Asner.
didn't even mean to make it a bigger picture, but
Oh
it's
my god.
almost
Yeah,
to
yeah.
scale.
Listen, I'm sorry. I love Ed Asner. I don't think he's winning this.
Look, okay, so look at these pictures side by side.
Yeah.
The Russian Santa would like go in, and Ed Asner Santa's like, "Oh, he's gonna give me a hug," and
Oh, he's gonna give me
he
a hug,
just
is
like
he?
crushes his head,
Ah!
and then like Buddy the Elf's like, "Oh my god,
Oh my god! Why would you do that?
I knew him, I knew him," and he just starts crying. He's like, "You knew him, little man. Knew, as in past tense. He's dead now." Yeah, Rise Santa is just like Chad energy. The Chad Santa versus the Ed Asner Santa. Ed Asner's pretty Chad though, in his own way. All right. Now we're finally on to the second round. Ed is dead. I'm sorry.
Vampire Santa versus Sandy Claus.
Yep.
I need to see Sandy Claus again. Oh, it's Jack, right?
Yeah, it's Chad. I just decided
Jack
to call him
wins.
that.
Jack wins because he doesn't have any blood.
True. That's a very good argument. I would have to agree with you there.
My only weakness.
All right, I
Yeah,
gotta put his picture in here.
I don't
I
think
didn't
Vampire
know.
Santa could do anything against Jack
Probably
Skellington.
not. I think Jack Skellington would just rip him apart. He'd be like, "You're a vampire. I know how
Oh,
to
you're a
work around you.
vampire? Well, it's
Oh, here's some sunlight. Here you go. I'm not weak against that. I don't have really any of his weaknesses. I don't have any weaknesses at all. I'm just undead and somehow can
well, blunt
stay attached.
instruments maybe.
Maybe. I mean, you could probably like grind up Jack, but like that's about it. And that would take a while to get through.
Yeah.
His bones are tough. Tough bony man. All right, Jack. You're winning this one. Need to get his picture though. Yeah, I'm just gonna start putting their pictures in for the second round thing. And I'll move them down instead of putting the circles and stuff. It's just easier to pick them out with that for the first round. All right, and now we have Mrs. Claus versus the Grinch. So for Mrs. Claus versus the Grinch, I think Mrs. Claus would probably win against him, right?
Probably.
Saying as she just represents like the ones that we were talking about, like she has the vampire powers and like Blue Lantern powers.
Yeah.
She would just be like, all right. Oh yeah, her
I don't
vampire power, like her form for sure.
I
Just
don't
like,
I don't think she's going to do good against Jack though.
oh, maybe not. Well, Blue Lantern power though against like a skeleton. She would turn into his hot who wife and make him hesitate. Oh, that's so true. She'd just be like, "Look at all this," and he'd be like, "Oh, uh, my waffling wound wingers, it's going out of whack." If you know what I mean. He would have to run off. He wouldn't be back for the rest of the tournament. All right, Mrs. Claus, you've taken the win for this one. Hot Mrs. Claus. Okay. So for this next one, we got the DC Santa versus Clay Santa. It's the Rankin Bass Santa.
I don't think Rankin Bass Santa
I don't think he would have
is
enough prep time.
on his level. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a Swift. Yeah, he would probably just crack him in half too. Because unfortunately, Rankin Bass Santa is not in shape like DC Santa is. He's DC Santa is with the times of being the sexy Santa buff type,
Hmm.
where they've changed it around. They're like fat Santa. No, we have buff awesome Santa. Like they're trying to do the logic like a man who could get things done in one night. He wouldn't be fat. He would be the most buff awesome guy ever.
Unless he was like acrobatic or whatever, like Sammo Hung or Bob
Yeah,
from Tekken.
true. See, people that are of all body types can do stuff like that.
Well, it depends. You have to condition yourself a certain
That's
way.
true. That's true. Where's this picture? There you are. DC Santa. Taking the
And
win.
then oof, what's which one's Claus again?
Claus is the Grant Morrison one. Santa spends all year bulking up, and after Christmas is done, he's buff again. Yeah. He's just I'm even beefier this time. So we got
Ooh,
Devil the Santa Devil versus Klaus, which Klaus is like the super awesome epic version that Grant made. And then, we got Sleep Powder teleporting, has Merlin on his side. Like I like how both of these are kind of like almost Silver Age type things where
yeah.
where they have different things. But I think even with because Klaus, he's got wolves that help him.
He,
So they would
oh,
sniff out the other Santa and like rip him apart or something. Even with the sleeping powder, he would like it would get through the wolves and he would be like, "Oh, my wolves are asleep. He's using something on them." And then he would
yeah.
just like dodge it and like kill the Santa who fought the devil. I mean, they've technically both fought the devil in a way. Krampus is like a a devil of some sorts, the most demonic thing for the
Yeah.
Christmas era. He's the devil of Christmas.
So
So
I guess Morrison Claus.
Morrison Claus, we'll call him that. Mora Claus,
More Claus.
Mora Claus, epic sexy Claus. That's what we should call him.
I made him sexy.
I want him to take his shirt off.
Wanted to take his shirt off.
Ever since I saw those Rankin Back, I mean, I didn't see those Rankin Back specials.
No, no. What's Rankin and Bass?
What is that?
Is that a fishing shop?
Oh god. Oh, Krampus versus Doom. Krampus versus Doom, dude.
I
That's
I think
actually like
I think Doom would win.
I do too. I think he would do like he would trap Krampus and like gain
And
his
steal his
powers.
powers.
He
Yeah,
did that with like he's done that to demons
he did that to
before.
Silver Surfer.
He kind of beat Mephisto. I don't think he beat him. Like I
I think
believe that Doom could beat Mephisto,
he
but
could outsmart Mephisto.
yeah. So he could definitely outsmart Krampus. I mean, for the love
Reed,
of God, he's
behold, Reed,
got the
I've
Beyonder
outsmarted your
powers.
devil, Mephisto.
That's not Mephisto. That's Krampus. Oh,
Behold, Reed Richards.
he's just
You
like,
co- Behold, Reed Richards. Not only have I defeated Mephisto, I have also I've proven that religion is real.
oh God. And then Reed would just be like, what?
I've disproven your atheism, Reed.
Well, freaking Reed had to go to heaven anyway for one thing to go
Yeah.
save Thing. Just like,
Oh my god, he probably
shit.
hated that.
It's like, dang it. God exists. But guess what? He's Jack Kirby.
He's Jack Kirby. Of course he's Jack
That's
Kirby.
awesome. I love that. That's such a good like send up for him.
Jack Kirby's made so many god characters and they're all great. Cuz he he was thinking a lot about God, and that is how he ended up with Galactus.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, I was just thinking about God and religion, and that's how I came up with Galactus.
Nice.
And then I went over to DC and I made more gods. I called them the new gods with Darkseid and his son Orion.
People say that the way that you're supposed to read the thing is it's like in Jack's voice. So now I gotta like look up more interviews with Jack Kirby.
Yeah, he's just like like I guess he's got like a stereotypical New York Jewish accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Brooklyn
I've
Jew.
heard there's like one interview that I've seen with him. I need to watch more if there's any out there.
Is it the Harlan Ellison one?
Oh, I don't remember. I'd have to look at the video in my history for YouTube.
Where
It's
it's
been a
like
while.
it's comic book greats, and he's like, yeah, I was just thinking about religion.
No, I don't know if it's that one. I think he talks about different stuff because that's like new information that I didn't hear about. Like I just can't even remember what the interview is. It's been a while.
There's also
I'm
that
just
one
a big
interview
guy
where
against their world.
he's drawing Doctor Doom, and he's just like going for it. No sketching. He's just going.
Oh no, I haven't seen this one. I don't think.
Kirby's anatomy. Jack Kirby actually has horrible anatomy, but he was so
Who
good it
cares?
didn't matter. It
Right?
didn't matter. It was so good
Isn't
that
it
you
debated he's like the first one who drew Spider-Man? Because he didn't he make the Amazing
he
Fantasy cover?
no. I'm pretty sure Ditko drew Spider-Man first, but he did. I think he tried to draw Spider-Man, and he couldn't draw him skinny enough.
Gotcha. Let me see. Amazing Fantasy 15 cover. I gotta make sure that's right in my head. That's Jack Kirby.
Oh, Jack Kirby was the first. Oh, he asked. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah,
I say
uh,
because that he seems a little bulkier on that front page, whereas with Ditko's he's like very scrawny and kind of like he was going for like a creepy type look in a way,
yeah.
which I'm like, oh, that's interesting.
So yeah, Ditko went a little skinnier with the art.
Yeah. All right, Fred Claus or Santa Coke. Do you,
Ooh,
I I
this one's
think
tough.
I think that Fred would be like manipulated by Coke Santa. I think he could because Coke Santa is just so nice, but like he secretly is just like slipping everybody cocaine through the cokes. It's like,
How
oh, come
long?
on, Fred, let's go like hang out. Like he'd be hanging out with him.
I feel like Fred Claus would be fine on cocaine.
Maybe, but like you know what? You somewhat, I think you've got a point. But like, is the cocaine of today like the cocaine that this Santa's giving people? It's like
Well, it
maxed up
doesn't matter
hyper.
because Fred Claus is immortal, and I'm sure at some point Fred Claus had cocaine,
True, true. I'm just
being
saying, like maybe he
the
experimented a
lesser
little
brother.
bit. That's so true. He was like on a big like oh, what's it? He's like on a big
Just
bender, just taking like
yeah, and
all
he's
these
just like, whatever.
different
I'm
like
immortal. It
drugs.
doesn't
Just like
matter.
yeah, he's just like going with all the hippies and stuff throughout the ages, like just taking every drug.
And
He's just there.
so he just chugs the coke down. He's like, oh, there was cocaine in there. That's nothing,
Oh,
man.
I've had that.
This shit
This
ain't
is like
nothing to
the.
me, man.
He's just like, oh, thanks. This is like the original stuff. I miss this. Thanks for
I
like
miss it.
the
Yeah,
nostalgia, but
yeah.
and
Thanks for the
then he
memories. And then
takes the
he
coke
breaks.
while he cracks it. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, and
he
he
slits
stabs him
his
in the
throat.
neck. I'm so glad you were thinking the same thing as me. It's just like,
That's
oh my god, that's so good.
we're finally sharing the same brain
The
cell.
same brain cell hit. Oh, sorry, Coke Santa. I'm sorry. it's just logistics here, okay?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have made it. You made it pretty far by beating Jack Frost, but Fred Claus? That's a whole nother level. Come on, dude. Look at this face. I love this. This is the image that I chose.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
It's
It's
the Vince
perfect.
Vaughn face.
It's the
Like,
yeah,
come
that's him at
on,
his most Vince Vaughniest.
the Vaughniest.
Yeah.
You realize who he has to face next round, right?
Oh, I'm fighting Victor Von Doom now, am I?
Uh,
Okay.
it's just gonna be like, oh no. Are
Hey, the Victor, come on.
uh,
Stop
come on,
calling me
man.
Victor. You will address me only as Doctor
They
Doom.
just bro out. They don't even like fight. They just leave the tournament. He just gets such good friends with Victor Von Doom.
So he somehow befriends Doctor Doom.
Yeah, he's like,
Hey,
you are
between
more
you and me,
tolerable
I'm
than
not a big
Richards.
fan of that Reed Richards
Yeah,
guy either.
yeah,
Right?
he would do that shit. Oh my god, he's like, I could see Vince Vaughn
Dr.
like
Doom shall
being
spare your life today.
he could be like the Thing, voice of the Thing or something at some point. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just what popped in my head. Arthur Christmas versus Violent Night Santa.
Arthur
Um,
Christmas.
oh really? You think that
Wait, Violent?
Violent Knight's the David Harbour one who was like a Viking
Oh,
and like
uh,
he kills
God,
a
I
bunch of
don't know.
people?
I don't
I
know. What could do?
I have to say that the Arthur Christmas fellows have like a advantage with the technology, but like Violent Night Santa is like he's a killer. Like he has like the killing bone in his body.
He has the killing intent.
Yeah, because he was a Viking. He's just
He's
like,
got
bring on all your tech shit. I
he's
can
got
fight
the
it.
he's got the Satsu Jinkai or whatever it's
The
called in Melty
what?
Blood. Hang on. Satsujinki literally means murderous oni or an extremely cool person who can calmly murder
Yo.
people.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's like that.
it's
He's like,
it's
I
what they
want you to
call
split.
fucking Shiki's alternate form at one point in Melty Blood and Tsukihime.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I think Violent Night, even with the technological advances, he'd just be like, all right.
It's got that dog in him.
I mean, he fought people with fucking guns, like,
Oh,
you
then
know,
absolutely, yeah,
yeah. Like he'd be able to take these guys out.
yeah.
Sorry, the Arthur family's just getting fully slain. They're dying together. It's so sad. That's a good movie too. Just like, Dad, I'm sorry. It's like, no, I'm proud of you, son. Fought with all your might. Look at that. The face of a warrior. I think you'll be glad about hearing what I'm about to say, Jay. He's the
Yeah.
heart of a Viking warrior. You probably know what that is.
Oh God, what is it from?
Yeah, it's about a guy that we were talking about like 2 days ago.
Oh no, I
Oh,
can't
not 2
remember.
days. Like last time I streamed, the menace himself,
Which menace?
Cyrex.
Oh yeah.
He says that a bunch. It's like, I have the heart of a
I've
Viking,
got the heart. I've got the heart of a Viking warrior.
and he says it in the most fake like Viking accent.
Oh yeah. Cállate la puta, pendejo.
Yeah, he says that too. And I hate when he says it. I'm like,
I hate
dude,
it too. Yeah,
like
dude,
stop saying.
you're not saying it right.
Yeah, you're not Hispanic. Don't say it.
Next year, Cyrax Claus needs to enter the tournament.
He would die in the first round. He wouldn't even
He would
make it. He wouldn't even make it to the tournament. He would just like all the Santas would find him in the parking lot beforehand and just like slam his head in the
versus
car.
Santa Bismarty.
Yeah, he would destroy him, dude. He would just be like, "Nah, you're not even getting to enter. Sorry."
I still can't believe that motherfucker said to me like I'm like, Chance, Marty's like 5 or 6 times bigger than you.
Yeah.
He's like, no, man, it's size doesn't matter. Look at Rey Mysterio. Chance, wrestling's scripted.
He's like a skeleton too. Like you look at him and he's
Yeah,
a skeleton. I'm like,
and Marty is literally like 5 or 6 Cyraxes
yeah.
together.
It's just like
Maybe 7, possibly 8.
the man never learns. It's what makes him fascinating, but
Yeah.
also makes me so frustrated.
He's a frustrating person.
You're just like, how does a I hesitate to even say he is a person at times. I'm just like, how does like an event like this happening?
One time he sent me the invoice for the racing rig, and I looked at it and I immediately knew, like you could tell it was somebody just MS painted racing rig stuff onto the sheet, onto the receipt. And
Wow.
he goes, hey, yeah, here, it's right here. You can tell it's really legit. And I didn't say anything.
I didn't even know you're in contact with him. That's crazy.
For a bit, because I just wanted to make sure that there were no children involved in that whole Australian ordeal.
Yeah.
And it turns out that was my bad. I underestimated how stupid he was.
Oh,
there's a very good, like, they literally could have dressed up 2 little people as children with like full beards and everything, and they probably could have convinced him that those were kids.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me, like, now figuring more about him, like, how gullible he is to things. I'm just like, this is so obvious to everybody else except for you, apparently.
Yeah.
But enough about that guy.
Yeah.
Tim Allen Santa and the Russian Santa.
I think the Russian Santa.
Oh, Russian Santa is like coming up behind him and like snapping his neck.
Russian
or,
Santa
like,
has way more
off.
experience.
He'd just be like, nope, done.
I'm taking back what's mine.
Yeah. And then he gains his powers. He just like sucks up the powers of Tim Allen.
The Santa quickening.
Yeah. Where are you? Okay, there he is. Oh my god, he takes up the whole screen. I forgot.
He's a big guy.
He is a big guy. Look at that. He's staring into your soul. I'm a big guy.
For you. The only thing that would make Russian Santa more deadly is if he was like a Russian Muslim Santa.
I'm claustrophobic now, Sis Clover. I'm sorry. He didn't mean to get that close. I also like that he's facing David Harbour like Viking Santa. We got Viking versus Russian.
Yeah,
These
the only thing that would make
really
him
good ones
deadlier is if he were like a Russian Muslim Santa, because then he'd be like, he'd just be really good at MMA.
He'd just be like the best.
They're Russian Muslims are genetically gifted at mixed martial arts.
All right, we're getting close to the finals here.
Hell yeah.
Jack Skellington or Mrs. Claus?
God, I don't know, because Vampire Mrs. Claus wouldn't be able to drain the blood from him.
Nah, but then like, she has a Blue Lantern ring. So.
Well, hang on.
Would a Blue Lantern ring work on like the undead? Like, because if you think about it, he'd technically be like a Black Lantern.
Would a Black Lantern ring attach itself onto Jack's?
That's what I was just thinking.
Would a Black Lantern ring respond to a Blue Lantern ring and attach itself to Jack Skellington's hand?
And then he's just like, nah. But
then it would be like an upgraded version of that fucking green thing from the PS2 game.
Yeah. Well, my question is, were Blue Lanterns effective against the Black Lanterns? I don't think they were. They're just really effective towards Red Lanterns.
They can remove like despair or something.
Yeah,
But
it's like, and then they can also like boost charge like a Green Lantern, right? Like when they're in vicinity, they're just like, here you go, like take some of this energy.
Jack Skellington's not really a depressed guy, so
No, no, but I would think that like since he is dead and he's like the king of like the the monsters and stuff like that, he would be able to use the Black Lantern ring.
would he be able to acquire a Black Lantern ring during the fight?
Um, for evening out things, probably yes. I mean, like if the universes are merging and whatnot,
As Fear is the, oh,
rings actually like they like go through universes, don't they? They like can
I
traverse different
guess.
multiverses and crap.
So
That's
they
how
can
like
deplete
the
they can deplete Fear, but since Jack's not like that scary most
yeah
of the time, Jack doesn't have like his offense isn't fear based.
yeah. Were you thinking like maybe a Yellow Lantern or something like that, or like a Yellow Ring
Well,
would
no,
also be like
it's because no, Blue Lanterns are actually really good against Yellow Lanterns. They can
yeah
drain fear out of people.
yeah. But
They
he's
can
like
also
more on the undead side.
drain rage out of people.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like I think the Blue Lanterns were really good against the Red Lanterns during their whole fight against them. But I wasn't quite sure how good they were against the Black Lanterns.
She,
I think
she,
they had to have the White Lanterns for the Black Lanterns.
could she revive Jack Skellington?
Uh, is that a ability for the Blue Lanterns?
Total cellular regeneration. Another
Oh
unique ability
shit!
this ring has is the capability to heal the worst of physical injuries via the light of hope. Can repair
Oh,
bodily or is but has Jack always been a Skellington?
that's well, yeah. He has because there's a comic that came out recently where he was like a kid and he was a skeleton.
Oh, well then never mind.
Yeah, no, he's always been a
uh
skeleton man.
as with the other ring responding, hang on. Let's look at what the Black Lantern ring does.
I like the fact that like the rings tried to go towards like Hawk from Hawk and Dove, and he was just like, nah. Like when he's in his grave, just like each one of them just kept going off of it,
The
and
red
he's
one
just like,
and the black one?
no, just the Black Lantern rings were trying to go towards Hawk, or no, it's Dove. Sorry, it tried to go towards Dove, and they kept bouncing off his grave because Dove is like the embodiment of hope.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's just completely immune to that.
He's also the only character that's never come back to life.
Well, did the other Hawk also died? Didn't he?
I think Hank's back. He's
Oh, Hank
been
came
back for a
back?
while.
But yeah, I guess they like the girl dove better.
Yeah. I honestly am like, that's fine. Like keep that character like there's some characters you just never revive.
Mm.
Ever. Unfortunately, they've broken that rule many times with Gwen Stacy and ruined things with her, and I'm like, damn, why? Like Dan Slott did like the biggest thing where he was like, oh yeah, Gwen actually like was awake during like the time that she was about ready to get like thrown off the bridge, and
So
she hated.
Norman impregnated her.
Oh no, that actually got retconned out.
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Who was it that was doing the big run with Crap, I forget his name, but he literally just like sacrificed his run to like retcon a bunch of shit because he was like, no, we're not
Yeah, no,
doing this.
no, that's stupid.
Yeah, and he killed Craven off again. And Craven is technically still alive, but it's a clone.
Oh.
But it's, for all
It
intents and purposes, it is
it would be
Craven.
funny if Craven just stayed dead after he ended himself in Last Hunt.
It would be good because it's like, you know,
What
it's
else
like
is there?
emotional weight. Also, they had like a follow up comic to it. Oh,
Oh my
hi,
god.
Vis. Hello. How's it going? My sister. This is my sister. Everybody. Hello.
Hello, sister.
Hello, Raiders. What were
Sister
you
Vis.
doing? Welcome on in. I'm Hikaruhiroki. the Cosmic Oni. I am Horse Karu for this month.
Yeah.
Hello! We're doing a tournament of power right now. We're getting close to the finals. But what were you doing, sis? Party animals, yo, let's go. I gotta get in on some party animals with you soon. Party animals is always great. If you need to, go take a break, get some waters, relax. You don't gotta stay here. I do appreciate anybody who does stay here though. We're
True.
just chilling and debating who's the best Santa in the universe right now. We had 32 Santas, we're down to 8.
Yeah.
We got Fred Claus. We got Santa Doom. We got David Harbour, Violent Night Santa. We got Rise of the Guardians, Russian Santa. We got Grant Morrison Claus Santa from his comic. We got DC Comics Santa. We got Mrs. Claus, who's looking like a baddie. And then we
Yeah.
got Jack Skellington. I'd say that these are like really the top dogs here.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, Fred Claus being
Fred
like
Claus got lucky.
I know.
Fred Claus got real lucky.
He got really lucky, and he's immune to cocaine, so like Coke Santa couldn't really do much to him.
Yeah, I don't. I think his luck's gonna run out.
Maybe with Doom. We were talking about how he might become friends with him, but that's not a realistic thing. He'd probably see through his tricks. Be like, I
You
don't
think
know.
you can deceit the great Santa Doom?
You think you can deceive Santa Doom? No. You're
No.
dead. I'm sorry. But we were talking about Mrs. Claus and Jack here. Who would win amongst them? And
Yeah,
we're
Mrs.
going
Claus
based
has.
off
Mrs. Claus is a vampire that has the Blue Lantern ring.
Yeah, it's like
honestly,
every version of Mrs. Claus we're talking
I feel like Jack would be like, why would a vampire have a Blue Lantern ring? And then the Blue Lantern would be like, you know what? You're right.
That's true.
Bitch, get out of here. I'm done with you. And the Blue Lantern ring would leave.
I don't know. I think because the Blue Lantern ring doesn't judge based off of species. You know what I mean?
Well, it based off of actions.
That's true, but like Mrs. Claus was only a vampire because well, actually she did do some evil stuff in the Billy and Mandy thing. But hey, you know what? Maybe you're right here. Maybe you're right in this situation. He'd just be like, no, that doesn't work. And then they would brawl it out. And then in that case, he would probably win against the vampire.
Well, yeah, Jack Skellington's immune to vampires.
I do believe that too. So probably not both vampire and ringed. Yeah, maybe she's just like, I'm not gonna use my vampire side. Like I've sealed it away. Maybe she's like Santa. Like I was traumatized by the fact that I turned my husband into a vampire, but I'm done with that side. And maybe that's why she gained the Blue Lantern ring. That's why she got it. She's like hopeful that she can change.
But what if Jack's more hopeful?
He's hopeful that he gets the Black Lantern ring and just beats her.
Well, he doesn't know about the Black Lantern ring.
True. I mean, he can still get it though.
What is the weapon that he uses in the PS2 game?
I don't know. I've not played that PS2 game. I thought it was just still the green thing.
Yeah, what's the green thing called?
Fuck, well, I know. What if you just looked it up and it was called the green thing?
The story, by virtue of being in the medium of video game, presents the plot as a more actionized tale where Jack has to fight an army of hostile monsters.
And he uses the green thing.
Yeah.
I like how I have the Ultra Instinct music playing right now. Mrs. Claus just starts to learn Ultra Instinct while fighting him. Her body's moving on its own. Jack can't land a hit. Death! I was talking about you earlier. I said, where the hell you at, bro? We had
Oh, it's
Jet
called
there
it.
earlier.
Hi, Death.
We had
Soul
a
Rubber,
bunch
a
of
green
pop.
whip-like weapon that can change shape.
Yo, so he's got a rubber?
He's got soul. Oh, I'm sorry, Soul Robber.
Oh, okay. What happened? Jet, he raided into us, and I was like, yo, where now we have like all these pomp people because Wesley was in here too, and we have Jay here.
Yeah.
So it was like it's a Pompalooza. Damn, he using a rubber? Safety first, right? That's what I'm saying. Jack's always using a rubber. Even though he's a skeleton, probably doesn't have any stuff.
Consuming a. Oh shit.
Oh, what?
Consuming a blue soul causes the soul robber to turn blue for a short period of time, augmenting its strength and giving it bottomless energy while the effect lasts.
Oh, thank you for the posture check and the hydrate, Vis. I gotta go run get water. Give me one
All right.
second. I will be right back.
All right. So chat,
He's
hear
always
me
got the
out.
phone. What are you gonna tell them?
I'm gonna explain the soul robber thing.
Okay, you
Because
explain that to them while I go grab some water.
let's say hypothetically that he could absorb the Blue Lantern ring with the soul robber. I think that would be pretty crazy, in my opinion. That'd be dope. Yeah, yeah. I still can't believe Fred Claus. Fred Claus is just like, oh, hey, that's what happens. It's a good thing I built up a tolerance to cocaine. And then there's DC Santa. DC Santa's really strong. DC Santa's got feats. But Grant Morrison Santa also has feats.
All right, I'm
All right,
back.
so what if the Soul Robber could absorb the Blue Lantern ring?
What if it could? Good
Consuming a blue
question.
soul causes the Soul Robber to turn blue for a short period of time, augmenting its strength and giving its bottomless energy while the effect lasts.
That's a good
So
question. I don't know if he would keep the power up. I was more
I don't think.
joking about Violent Night Santa, or no, it's Russian Santa who won against Tim Allen one. He wouldn't
Yeah,
get his powers. He would just become the next Santa, I guess.
yeah.
But nah, I don't
I
have
don't think.
powers to
I don't think it.
carry over.
I don't think it would
Unfortunately,
matter
yeah, because he'd still have
ultimately.
the thing to use.
Yeah,
So
but he could just get rid of the Blue Lantern ring.
yeah, and then it would even things out, and she just wouldn't use her vampire powers, or he would be immune to vampire shit.
He'd be immune to her vampire powers. Yeah.
So I guess Jack's winning this one. Jack, you won, my boy. Mrs. Claus, I'm sorry. You're getting turned down. You've been defeated. I'm sorry, my babe. My honey. Been put
So
to rest.
this next one, I have no fucking clue.
Oh yeah, Grant
Uh,
Morrison Santa Claus versus
they're-
DC Santa Claus. They've both fought Krampus too, so it's like it's kind of a tough one here. One's trained Batman though. One's helped train Batman. So it's just a small edge, but they're both really tough.
there's
Both.
also there's also entirely a possibility that Grant Morrison could be like, oh yeah, no, my Claus he becomes the DC Santa Claus.
True, but I don't think so because the comic series, from what I've seen, he just looks the same as he does in modern day. Like he looks that young.
Oh,
Clash of the Clauses, yeah, for real. Same artist, I think too. Actually, drew both these versions.
oh, that's funny.
Dan Mora. Dan
That's
Mora is
sick.
just fucking. He's so
He-
good.
He's really good. Could Claus? Could Morrison Claus survive Darkseid?
I don't know. Honestly, they said he's immortal, but uh, immortal.
Darkseid has ways around
The only
that.
way that he came back at the end of the comic, I mean, he was only stabbed through the back, so he
And
could
that
probably heal through that. But if you're getting hit by an Omega Beam, and Omega Beams kind of like have an ambiguous like
well,
whatever they can
there's
do.
the Omega Beam, and like it doesn't kill Superman. It vaporizes most things. There's
Or
also
it
the
sends you
Omega.
back in time.
That's the Omega Siphon,
Oh, really?
which is
I
a
didn't know they
different
had a
version of
different
the.
name for it.
Yeah, it sent Batman soul through time.
Okay. Well, I think that would be like the deciding factor.
Yeah,
I
is
mean, would DC Santa survive that though? I mean, he could probably like dodge it and shit.
let's see.
Both are really fast, I would say. And like they're just so cool. Both of them are. Grant Morrison Claus has like a bunch of wolves and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Imagine them fighting to this like to this music for the Dragon Ball Super opening.
Where does Santa Claus rank power wise in the DC and Marvel universes? He has access to Apocalypse and the ability to get through his defensive every year just to give Darkseid what he deserves. So possibly literally God tier. His home is Dream.
Oh, if he's in the dreaming, then I would say that's pretty like high.
Part of the sphere of the gods. Note that Darkseid was charging his Omega beams, yet in the next panel Santa is unscathed. We can therefore surmise that Santa is either capable of dodging or tanking the attack, neither of which is any mean feat. Robot Dear Santa, Odin, fuck over Darkseid Santa. In Marvel, Santa's an Omega level mutant, but that doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, no, not between these two. I think if we have to assume that like DC Santa probably could survive it, or like he could like be around it, because we know that he's part of the dreaming, and the dreaming is like, you know, the collective of everybody
Gods.
like believe it, like and well, not even that. It's just like the people of the world just believe in Santa, so he exists. So even if he died,
Okay.
like he would still exist probably in the
Yeah.
dreaming and then
But
come
also,
back.
you said Grant Morrison Claus got stabbed.
Yeah, I would
Was it
say
just a normal knife?
yeah, it was by a normal guy. It wasn't by
I, I'm
Krampus.
pre-
So
I'm pretty sure that just based on getting through all of Apocalypse's death traps, that like a normal knife would not work on DC Santa
oh
Claus.
no. It wouldn't take him down like this one.
Okay,
So
then I guess DC Santa wins.
yeah, because I think this Santa, like, we can't like clearly say that he's gone up against like something as tough as Darkseid. Like he's gone up to Krampus, but Krampus isn't like, you know, a being that like permeates throughout the multiverse. Like he just like is just an evil Santa
Yeah.
monster. So I would say, yeah, DC Santa wins this one. I'm sorry. You're being put to rest, buddy. Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close to the final four. All right, Santa Doom versus Fred Claus. Who wins?
I think Doom wins.
Sorry, Fred. we're just we've already talked enough about it.
I don't think Fred has any answer for anything that Doctor Doom has.
He would do a long-winded like, come on, Victor,
Listen,
get a couple
Fred.
brewskis. I saw some nice Laverian girls over there, and
I
then
saw
like,
some nice Laverians. Listen, Doom, it's Christmas. The thing that matters is what's in your heart. and then Doom
Dude
rips
just
fucking
vaporizes. He turns around and like
and
laser
rips
beams him. He's
Fred's
like, "What's
heart
in
out
my
and
heart is
says,
hatred."
the only thing in my heart is hatred.
He just kills him. Oh my god. Yeah, Doom would do that. He'd just get pissed off with him. He's like, he got so mad at him.
There was a comic where Doom met like an alternate version of Doom.
Yes, it's like just a literal Doctor Doom comic, and then he's just like so mad that he like is successful and doesn't care about like all these things that he's got, right? And then he's just like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna destroy your universe."
No, he says one thing that really sets
It's like
that.
something about Richards, right? It's like,
Oh,
uh,
he says, all right, so Richards, you see, you already know the answer in your own heart. Without him, you won't be able to do anything you see around you. So you're friends now. Of course, he's my oldest and strongest. I know it sounds repugnant now, but everything about you is denial of a giant wound within your soul. Your tyranny, your lust, your power, your face, even your ridiculous armor. And Doom goes, ridiculous! And he
yeah,
kills that guy and he erases that universe.
that's a universe where he has like kids and is like successful and married and
Yeah.
shit.
He
It's
he
crazy.
he destroyed this universe because another version of him said that his suit looks dumb.
Yeah, yeah. it's uh
That's why Doom's evil. That's actually
yeah.
why Doom's evil.
I liked when he had like progression, but I understand why they
He'll
put him
never
back.
not be he'll never not be petty.
Yeah. I liked it when he was a good guy for a little bit, but like I said, I understand. They can't really do much
He's
with
a
him.
very petty man.
Also, hi Wick, how's it
Hi
going?
Rick. Hello.
You're not ever gonna know how big it is because I
How
don't
big that
have
horse.
one. There's no peni on this horse model,
Yeah, no,
and you
there's
can't even
none.
see it because it's I'm I'm just
He's
reactive right now.
he could doesn't have balls that shrink in the winter like in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, sorry. Yet, oh my god. How are you though? I
Realistic
hope you're
ball
well.
shrinkage.
Oh my god, it's the next upgrade for the model. We need $500. We need $5,000. Give it to me now.
Give
No,
it to me.
but if you guys do want to give like $500 to this charity that I'm doing, you can do that.
Whatever that charity is.
Yes, it's Save the Children. They donate to like a lot of different places that are in need, like all over the world. It's not just one place. It's like everywhere. So like Venezuela and like just any place that's kind of like not doing so hot right now. And they're like, kids are needing like water and food and like learning, so we're gonna provide that for them. So if you wanna donate there, just exclamation point charity in the chat, and you can find the
Yeah.
link. So sorry I didn't plug that earlier, but
Oh, that's
it
all
has
right.
been on
Yeah.
the screen for a while. There you go. Yeah. So if anybody wants to donate, there it is.
Titify?
Oh yeah, Tiltify is
Sorry, I read it as Titify.
my god. You need a bonk on the head for that one. Tiltify is just it's a thing you can use to start up a charity stuff. Like you can even link your Twitch to it and whatnot. So you can like team up with a charity or see if there's like any active events going on. Because I know
Yeah.
that Save the Children's doing one or was doing one last time we checked. So, yerp. Uh, the next battle, Violent Knight versus Russian. This one is like a battle for the ages here. Like a Viking Santa versus a Russian Santa.
This one would be really close.
Yeah, the Russian
I don't
Santa
know.
has like scimitars, and then like this other Santa has like a hammer or an axe. Let me check real quick.
Does Russian Santa have any magic?
I don't. I think so, maybe actually. Santa Guardians. Powers. Personality. The Guardians. Yep. I think he's immortal as long as people believe in him. Oh, yeah. There's like the whole belief thing going on in that movie. Powers and abilities. North, better known by the world as Santa Claus, is fabled and legendary bringer of toys and gifts on Christmas Eve, is the guardian of wonder. It was said that he once defeated an entire regiment of cavalry with a bent steak knife while he was eating. North is a strong, powerful man. He is a master swordsman, and he considers himself the best in the world. His skill in swordsmanship are so advanced that the man in the moon in Ombrick trusted him with one of the legendary relics, Sar Lunar somebody's sword. I can't pronounce that.
I
Power of
think
Wonder has an
this is
ability
the
to
Russian one.
yes
I think the Russian one
has
might win.
has an ability to find the wonder in everything around him, which helps him in his creation of toys and inventions. It also boosts his faith in others and resolve, helps him be jolly and a little childish, but gives him a unique insight. There is magician. His skills in magic has been great. Has been so great that Ombrick himself has said that North may have surpassed him already. I don't know who Ombrick is. I don't know who this character is.
What about the David Lodge one? What can he do?
Uh, let me check what David Harbour's can do.
David Harbour, sorry.
No, you're good. Violent Knight Santa. Because I know that he can go through the chimneys with like his magic. So
Oh, he has magic too?
yeah, he has a little bit. I don't remember what all he can do though with his magic. Christmas magic, immortality, teleportation, hammer, space bag. Oh yeah, his bag is like got a bunch of shit in it. Selective omniscience, naughty and nice list about who's naughty or nice. And then they say resurrection? Wait, can he come back to life? Santa can resurrect through the power of belief whenever he is killed, as hearing Trudy convince her family he's real immediately healed his gunshot wounds. Oh, so he's like any other Santa where if he hears like, I believe in you, then he gets like a power boost.
Right.
But he has a bag that has like infinite space in it. So I could use that bag to like hold certain stuff in it. And
Right.
the teleportation is just through the chimneys. I that hammer bag, like the bag itself, like is kind of like an edge a little bit, but I think even still, probably this Russian Santa has like a little bit of an edge since his like wonder ability is a thing
Oh yeah.
because he like thinks creatively and whatnot. Whereas with the Violent Night one, he's not so much like an inventor type guy. He's kind of just like uh throughout the movie, he's kind of like lounging about and being like, I regret taking this job and shit like that. Whereas with a Russian Santa, he'd be like, oh, I love being Santa and I like fighting and I like doing this, and then he'd just be like so excited. And I think his enthusiasm would kill him. He'd just be like, "This is a great fight. You did a good job. You did your best."
So
Which,
Russian Santa's probably gonna win?
oh yeah, probably Russian Santa. I would have to say he seems more jovial and youthful anyway. Like
Yeah.
he in the movie, obviously because he's like an anime character, he can move around and do shit. But in Violent Night, the David Harbour character is like struggling through it. So I'm gonna say Russian Santa. All right, final four. Jack versus DC Santa. I
I don't know what Jack can do to DC
Oh,
Santa.
probably nothing. He could probably try and do things, but like DC Santa probably has some kind of countermeasure to be like, no, not today. Like
Not today, young
he
skeleton.
would like hit him with like the green goo or whatever, and then it would just like slide off. He's like, I made that. That would be like the twist. He's like, I actually made that. And
That's
Jake's like,
my
I
goo.
killed your wife. He's like, which one?
She had it. I'm sure she had it coming.
Yeah, true. So DC Santa for sure for that one. Jack's down.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jack. You took a lot of wins, but now it's time to take a rest. Santa Doom,
See you on
Russian.
Halloween.
Yeah,
So Santa Doom versus Russian Doom, or not Russian
Russian
Santa.
Santa.
Uh,
Probably Russian or not Russian. Probably Santa Doom, right? I mean, he's got all the powers of Doom.
and all the powers of Santa.
Yeah. Yes. I don't think that this Santa has enough magic that would be up to the par with Doctor Doom.
Yeah, no, because
Unfortunately.
Doctor Doom learns magic the long way. He'll
Mm-hmm.
travel back in time and then just fucking encase himself in ice and wait 500 years.
Very true. He would do that. Just sword skills? Yeah. He just has sword skills right now. Like, the sword skills wouldn't do much against the armor of Doom since it's enchanted anyway.
Yeah.
And then you throw, Santa magic on top of that too. It's probably even stronger.
I traveled back in time to learn your Santa magic.
He's like, I was actually your best friend. And he's like, what?
I was actually your best friend, Mr. Kringle.
I died in that war, you thought? No.
No,
I just had to make a cover-up story.
I
All
was
right.
merely in hiding.
The big
But
fight.
however, I don't know if Doom can do anything against DC Santa.
Yeah, this is a good it's literally just gone down to Marvel versus DC at this point.
uh, uh, and it'll end with it. It will probably end with DC Santa giving Doom a lump of coal.
Yeah. Ultimately in the end, like cuz okay, so question here. Since we're saying this Santa in the DC comics, they're like he helped train Batman stuff like that. Do you think Batman could beat Doom?
Uh if he's studied him enough,
Gotcha.
he would
Just
get
like
like Batman would get
do you
his
think
ass
he'd be
if
smart enough too? Cuz
round one he would get his ass kicked.
gotcha.
And then round two he would probably come back and
Okay.
outsmart Doom. But then round three, Doom would have something up his sleeve.
Okay.
So it'd be like a
But are
back
you
and
taking
forth.
into the account Bat God? Are
Oh,
you
which
taking into
bat?
account Grant Morrison Batman?
Oh, Grant Morrison Batman might be able to beat Doom.
Yeah. Do you think that's the one that Santa trained? He's just like, go God mode. I didn't teach you how to do stealth stuff or anything. I taught you how to go God mode.
Who would win a fight between Darkseid and Doctor Doom?
Uh, Probably Darkseid, honestly.
Could Doctor Doom steal Darkseid's powers?
Steal them? No, probably not. Cause like Darkseid,
Because his
is
body,
his
that's not his real
it's not his
body.
real body. Like that, I like that about Darkseid that there's really only one, and like all his bodies are just like
Constructs.
yeah, he's just like controlling them all in all the different universes. I'm like I like that there's really only one. But then New 52 ruined that and said, this is new guy.
Dude, and I love that Darkseid's real body just looks like a fucking Jack Kirby mess.
Yeah, it would.
It would. It's perfect.
So if we're going by this logic, because this Santa freaking dodged all Darkseid's crap.
Mm.
Yeah, I think even if like Doom was like, I'm gonna whip out my Beyonder powers or learn how to do Beyonder
I
stuff.
have I have the power cosmic with me.
And then Santa's like, "Oh yeah, I have that too." Just pulls it out. He's just like, "I stole some power cosmic like years ago. I have like a
Yeah.
cosmic cube. I could just wish you gone."
I I give Galactus a lump of coal every year as well.
That's oh my god. If okay, so if the Grant Morrison like theory was true, that the source wall was just like something uh that's a barrier between the Marvel and DC universe, that would
That'd be
make
sick.
it would be so good. Because then Santa's like he crosses over the wall to become like Marvel Santa, and then he just gives the coal to him, and then he comes back. Like he's just switching back between universes, or lives on the he lives in the wall, and that's the North Pole.
That would be cool.
Gosh, that should be it. DC, Marvel, get your shit together. Make this canon. Make this a real thing. You already released the omnibuses for Marvel versus DC, and then the crossover stuff.
The amalgam verse
Yeah, they had the two
with
different ones.
Dark Claw.
Yeah, those great characters.
I love that, like when they had like the fights, Batman and Captain America were just fighting in a sewer for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And Captain America only lost because he lost his footing for a moment.
Yeah, like they, I can't remember what his name is. The guy they created from it. Uh, he was only in like he had a series of his own where it was like it was a short one that was about him going back and forth between the Marvel and DC universe. And then he also just made like one cameo in a Green Lantern comic, and that was it. Or it was a Silver Surfer one. I can't remember. But then after that, they were like, "We're not touching this stuff ever again," because Marvel and DC are now
List of
enemies.
Amalgam Comics characters:
He's
the
like the main
brothers
guy.
Axis,
Yes, Axis.
Axel Asher.
Axel Asher is Axis.
He looks like a dork.
He is. I wish they would just like throw him in a comic at one point and be like, "Oh yeah, he's still around." But then like,
This motherfucker's
not.
in Arrow.
Yeah.
No, this
Wait, the
no, he's not.
show?
Hang on.
He's in the show Arrow?
No, he's not. It's some like
Oh,
fucking it's
somebody
some
like
it's some
Photoshop.
Arrow RP wiki.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, dang, that would be crazy if they did bring him back for the show or something. And he's just like walking around the background. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I just came from the Marvel universe," and then like never is seen from again. It's like, yeah,
Dark
the
Claw,
Agents of Shield is
Deadeye,
like really going crazy right now.
Doctor Doomsday, Doctor Strange Fate.
That one's like 3 people.
No,
Yes.
Doctor Doomsday is Doomsday and Doctor
No,
Doom.
no, no. Doctor Strange Fate is.
Oh, okay. Well, technically, yes.
Yeah, because it's like
It's Doctor Fate and Doctor
it's
Strange,
and Xavier.
but Professor X is the host.
Yeah, I was like, what? When I read that, I was like, that's weird. And there's Speed Demon. Speed Demon was actually a cool design, but
Mutant Man is Bishop and
what?
Superman.
I That's so weird. I didn't know that
Martian
was.
Phoenix. Martian Phoenix is Jean Johns.
I've never
Green
heard of these ones,
Cyclops. This is 1996.
dude. I've never heard of some of these. I need to like go back and look at it. The Amalgam
King
Universe.
King Ice is Iceman and Aquaman.
That makes sense.
Then there's Thor-El.
Not heard that one.
Green Goliath.
I know
Hal
they did
Pym.
Superman and Captain America. Like those were
Yeah,
really fused.
he was Super Soldier.
Yeah. That's the one I know of, but I didn't know he like fused with other ones. It's weird.
It is weird.
But
Bat X, which
are we
is Batman and Charles.
oh my god. Are we saying DC Santa wins?
I think we're saying DC Santa
DC
wins.
Santa, you've
He
won.
he takes the Santa powers away from Santa Doom and gives him a lump of coal and sends him on his way.
He looks into the crowd and he's like, "All right, as the best Santa now, Santa Christ, give me your powers so I can revive all these Santas." He does the same thing that 17 does at the end of
Yeah,
Dragon Ball Super, so that way we can bring some of these Santas back. They're all alive again. Look, they're rising up.
they're rising up
They're
from the
rising up.
ashes.
It's the thematic moment. The music's even going with it. He's like, "See, Doom, I even brought you back." And Doom's like, "I didn't need you to bring me back. I would have found a way."
That's
And
true.
Mrs. Claus comes up and she's like, "Oh,
Hey, I'm.
hey,
How about I marry you?
how about I get some sugar from you?" She's like, "Honey, I would really love that right now." I think we did good with this. I think I did good.
Yeah,
It was a fun time. I'm glad everybody helped and like participated in this and gave their opinions on who they thought would win.
true.
And we had a good time like power scaling and then also talking about other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then Santa Christ, he's just looking on. He's saying, be kind to
He's
one another. Have a happy holidays.
saying
Don't kill me and kick ass you again, please.
yeah, he's the good old Rob Walker.
He's good old Rob Walker. And that's all we need. All right. I'm gonna go find us somebody to raid off to, guys.
Hell yeah. Who do
Thank
we
you,
got?
Jay.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, it was a good time.
It was a great
I'm
time.
glad I've found somebody that talks as much about comics and knows as much about like current comics as I do. Because there's some
Yeah.
people that just are like, I don't know any of that. I'm like, damn it. Oh hey, Andi is streaming right now.
Let's go raid her then.
Let's
Or
go
them
raid
or
Andi.
whatever.
Go raid old good old Andi.
Who are
If
they?
my browser. Do you need give you the channel name?
Yeah, give me the channel name.
Done. Oh no, her name's not capitalized. I always forget that she doesn't capitalize it. MVT. Raid. Nine. All right. Thank you, everybody who joined us tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a web fishing collab with Andi, Death, and Jet. I am
Oh,
super excited about
that's
it.
perfect to raid into.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time tomorrow. They're amazing peeps. They're my pomp group, so I'm excited to hang out with them again. It's been a minute. We I think it was last month that we all did. No, Jet wasn't. He missed out on something, so he didn't get to play party animals with us. But this time he should be able to play some fishing game with us. So I'm
Hell
excited about
yeah.
that. So I will see you all tomorrow. Again, everybody go follow Jay. He's awesome. I
Yeah.
should have probably put your name in the title. I forgot about
That's all
that.
right. Just shout me out now, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's true. That's true. I totally forgot about shouting you out the whole time.
That's okay. That's okay.
There you go. Go
Thank
give
you.
this man a follow.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be finishing Soul Reaver 2 tomorrow.
Let's go. My friend was telling me about Soul Reaver. Geek
Yeah.
was. He's like,
Oh yeah,
why haven't
Geek
you
loves
played
Soul
it?
Reaver right here.
He's like, why haven't you played this? I'm like, I don't know. But all right. I'll see you everybody. You have a good night and let's go say hi to Andi.
Let's do it.